Welcome to Kranky Live Sports Talk, where passion meets action.
Hey sports fans, I am Kranky, and this is the Kranky Live Sports Talk, the podcast where we dive deep into the hottest topics, the biggest games, and the most controversial moments in sports.
Whether it's football, basketball, track and field, cricket, or soccer, we've got you covered with expert analysis, insider interviews, and unfiltered opinions.
Join me as I chat with the biggest names in sports, get exclusive insights and stories you won't hear anywhere else.
Kranky Live Sports Talk is where you can hear the real talk, the hard-hitting questions, and the hottest takes.
So, if you're a true sports fanatic, you don't want to miss out? Subscribe now to the Kranky Live Sports Talk on YouTube and hit that bell icon to never miss an episode.
Kranky Live Sports Talk, where sports come alive. Subscribe today.
People, see my hand? I bounce to my music, but me also bounce to England winning. Bless up. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's been a beautiful day. Cannot complain. Wonderful day. We're here to watch the COPA America semifinals between Colombia and Uruguay. Should be a cracking game with a lot of tackles, a lot of good play, a lot of running. When we also just previously, if you were joined us, I had a simulcast with my colleagues in London watching. Can you guys hear me? Just make sure everyone can hear me, actually. I'm here talking, not sure if everyone can hear me. Just give me a yes in the chat if you can hear me. Make sure and if you just, as you're coming, people just hit the like button. Let me know if you can hear me. I think everything here is working. I don't see any comments, and I know people are in the chat, so you can type in a yes or a no. It's 3 letters and 2 letters. I'm not tight with the things, So let me know if you can hear me though. But it should be a good game. People, me can't get a yeah or nay if you can't hear me. Because I know if you see me talk and if you say not hear me, you can't hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. But I feel like I'm talking to myself because I'm not getting any response at all. And I think there are a few people in the chat, or is there no one in the chat? I'm just talking to myself. You know what? I talk to myself anyway, so I'm gonna keep talking. But it should be a good game. I expect my partner in crime, Tony, to join me soon, actually, to provide perspective on the game. I don't know if people can hear me, though. That's not good. All right, so Vibes Man, Sam Carrier. Thanks, Vibes Man. Well, you saved me, Vibes Man, because I was here talking. I had no idea if I could be heard. But thanks for joining. As I come in and know if I do start, I mean, I have to keep running my mouth with them thing there. But a couple of things. One is today's a beautiful day, people. Wouldn't you all agree it's a beautiful day? My England team I'm bringing to win the Euros, even though everyone thinks Spain's going to win. Won today. Good game. Brilliant goal by Holly Watkins. My only problem with the game was that Harry Kane should have been taken off from halftime. Same time he took off Trippier, should have took off Harry Kane. So let me know if you agree with me, people, in terms of my assessment and perspective on that game. Thought England played well, probably the best game of the tournament. I thought they also played well against Switzerland. So I think they're growing into the tournament. They were poor in the first round, not that great against Slovakia. Probably should have lost that game without Bellingham's heroics. And I've done well subsequently. So we'll see how that goes. But we're here to watch the Copa America semifinals between Uruguay and Colombia. The winner will play Argentina, who, by the way, have not impressed me, people. I must admit. The game against Canada last night was hard to watch, and Argentina didn't impress me. I will have a show. I go back to my regular schedule. Best of Seymour Roberts show tomorrow. As you know, I postponed my 2 shows yesterday and today because of these watchalongs. And I can't be on here like 8-9 hours. I don't have the stamina. But I'll be back tomorrow, regular time. And a preview of tomorrow's discussion, we're going to talk about ex-coach Nuff. Supposed to be a hot discussion. I mean, I know everybody else. Everybody jump and throw a video and do things. No, I take my time. I want to think through this and be insightful in my comments when we come talk about Hagrimson, call it Hagrimson, Mr. Heimer, because I have a few thoughts and perspective on this, and I would love to get yours as we talk through the decision-making process. He's now, as many of you may know, the new coach of the Ireland national football team. So he's back in Europe after coaching Iceland for a while, and has also been I think it was in the Middle East. So it should be a good discussion. So I'll throw a thumbnail tomorrow morning, and it'll be all about Heimer, who I think, as I said to Rudolph Rudolph Speed when I interviewed him subsequent to the resignation, that I find it strange that two people got divorced, and yet both parties seem, I don't know, if both parties are happy, I'm not sure why you get divorced. Didn't make any sense to me. But these are the lineups actually for the game tonight. Good teams, should be interesting. I see Bentancur starting, which I find strange. Frankly, he didn't start the last game, but maybe he was benched for some other reason. But good team, should be a good game. Rodriguez, who has flattered to deceive a lot in his career. Brilliant in 2018 World Cup. Got to move to Real Madrid, didn't work out. Went to Everton, didn't work out. I think he went back to Italy, then he's now someone told me he's in Brazil someplace, but he's been brilliant in this tournament. Good player, but I'm not sure why he struggled. The teams are walking out. It's 8 minutes before game time. Colombia in their traditional yellow and blue and red, and Uruguay in the Puritan color of white with some light blue around their call it their sleeves. But it should be an interesting game. It should be a good game. So glad you could be here to join me. As I mentioned, as you come in, you know what button to hit. I shouldn't have to mention that. But I'm interested in the game. If you look at these teams, throughout the tournament, if you look at Brazil, the composition of Brazil's team and these two teams, Brazil have more prominent players on the world stage between Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Guimarães, Paqueta, Marquinhos. I mean, they're littered with named players who play in big leagues. And look at Colombia's team and look at Uruguay's team. Bentancur is at Tottenham. Nunes is missing goals at Liverpool. Lestri is a decent player. Where's Ugarte at? PSG, I think it is. Valverde. But I mean, good players, but it's not like, these players are more known than some of the Brazil players. And if you look at even more so for Colombia, look at Sanchez, for example, who's at Tottenham and now is in Turkey someplace. Rodriguez, who was in Europe, not there. Lermo is a decent midfielder. Diaz probably the only well-recognized name there, a more recognized name playing at Liverpool. But look at these teams. You would think that Brazil would be better off, but they're not. Hey, Clarendon, boy, I'm not knowing a Clarendon, I tell you the truth. Tonight, I not even want to pick a winner tonight. I have no idea. One would say Uruguay, just because their style of play, they pressure you, they run our game. But Colombia hasn't lost since February 2022. So it's over 2 years they haven't lost a game. I think they're on a 16-game non-losing streak. So it's hard to pick a winner. If you put my head on the block, I want to say Uruguay, but my Nunes missed so much goals, it's hard to pick them. And Colombia Rodriguez has been ridiculous. No matter what the opposition is, he's played well. And he's the maestro, and he's the orchestrator. So even though I'm tempted to say Uruguay, when I look at how Colombia has played and take the names off the table, I find it difficult to pick a winner. So I have to think about that one, but it's a good question, actually. Who are you picking, Clarendon? Since you asked me that question, who are you picking? And people, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. For those of you who are in the chat, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Appreciate you being here. Should be a good game. I'm looking forward to this game, actually, as much as I was looking forward to the England game today. Because I thought England would win. And England remind me of Brazil in some respects, people. So look at the England team. It's littered with known players. Right? Harry Kane is top goal scorer in Germany. I think he um, may have scored the most goals, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Toki saying Uruguay. Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to say Uruguay, but I don't know. Bless up Shushen. Bless up Toki. Thanks for joining. Um, Billingham is the player of the year in La Liga. Foden player of the year in APL. They're little with quality, at least for the first round four, and then Rice playing well for Arsenal. Mano, even though he's young and a baby, he's been brilliant in this tournament. He replaced Trent, who was playing midfield. Trent is deemed to be a excellent player, even though I think Trent can't defend himself much as to defend people on the football field. But he's brilliant at the ball of his feet, as his penalty showed. So, if you look at England team and they've been hard to score on, you would think that they would walk through most of the tournament, especially the draw they had to get to the finals. And yet it was a difficult journey for them. That reminds me of Brazil in some respect. I know Ronaldinho says it's the worst Brazil side ever, frankly. But yeah, I don't know. I would care to say that I think for Brazil, they're trying too hard to bring local players into the team, locally based players. Let me make that clear, because almost all their players are locally developed, locally based players, and there's a reason why they're locally based players. People, I always remember that. People, there's a reason why players are locally based. If your league is not a top league, so when people are trying to create this narrative about certain things, be careful with those narratives. There's a reason why your players, if they're past 20, are locally based. Even sometimes under 20, 19, 18. There's a reason. One could say, well, they don't get the exposure they need to get. That's probably part of it. But there's always more reason than that. When you're good enough, you get recognized, you get opportunities. So, Travis said Kranky. Why? See? Travis said Kranky. Toki say Uruguay. So, different perspective and different views about who will win. I find this game hard to pick a winner, I'll admit. I'm tempted to say Uruguay, and maybe because of the name recognition, I go back to what I was talking about, but Colombia doesn't play like a team that doesn't have name players. They play like a team that's like, I know a lot of their players probably play in South America. Not that the quality is terrible, but I find it interesting that they have done so well in the tournament. And Argentina has been the luckiest team to be on that side of the draw. Argentina reminds me of England, actually. Given England's side of the draw, England avoided Spain, Germany, France, Belgium, and Portugal. They avoided all those teams. You're talking about 5 of the top teams. They avoided all of them. And they had like Switzerland and the Dutch. And Dutch haven't been good since, 2014 World Cup, frankly. So it's been interesting, actually. And on this side of the draw, you have Brazil, Colombia, and Uruguay. And Brazil has failed to impress. And the kid they had playing up front, the 17-year-old, he looked 17. In fact, he looked 15 or 14 the way he played. They just roughed him up, and I don't think they gave him the service he needed, but he wasn't ready for that level of football. Because this is like NFL. COPA is like NFL, people. I think the ref let too many things go. Half the fouls in COPA would be yellow cards in other leagues, especially in the Premier League. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. It should be a fun game. I'm looking forward to the game. And I find it hard to pick a winner. If I was to go out on a limb, I'd say Uruguay. But I think it's going to be a tough game. So you see the teams, people, it's two good teams, actually. I think Lerma plays. I think some of these players, this style of play fit them. That's how they grew up playing. So it fit them as players. Yeah, no, Shushan, I do talk cricket, when it needs to be talked about. Let me tell you something, Shushan. When you go out people yard and make 120 something, you should. Me can't talk about the Shushan. Come on, Shushan, man. Come Shushan, man. Do better than that. You leave your yard and got people yard and make 120 something, Shushan. Me don't know what it's about you. The man them bowl you what between lunch and tea. Shushan a joke thing that me can't talk about you. Me feel bad. Me feel bad for you. Me feel embarrassed for you. People put on my glasses sometime, because well, make sure I don't miss a one little thing in a game. The game just started, people. Colombia, the game is going to be physical and the pressing is there already. But Colombia start with a soft press, which is not how they play. So maybe a Bill says being cute because they press all out. Yeah, but Shushan, I understand what you're saying, and I do talk cricket, but there's no really cricket to talk about. West Indies play people. Okay, Shushan, we talk cricket. West Indies player, I play England. First day between lunch and tea, the man them out. They was 60 something for three, 30 something without loss, 34 without loss, 60 what, 66 for three or 64 for three, and then bowl them up 100 and something. It's embarrassing. And if you're as seasoned as I am watching West Indies cricket over the years, bless up Chris, bless up Anfield, Uncle Rods, I find it embarrassing to watch cricket for West Indies. It's amazing that a region could fall off so badly when they were so great at one point in time. So it's hard for me, Shushan. Hard. So you can see Shushan, I followed it, but it's hard to talk about incompetence, which we do actually. We talk about some football in Jamaica, but it's another story. Now, I'll say something about football. The game just started, people. We're in the second minute. Game is at 0. Some players who look challenging the EPL like Sanchez come here and look like world beaters. It's amazing. But I want to have a good discussion tomorrow, people. You should all join me to talk about JFF, the coaching search, Hallgrimson. So I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'll talk a little bit about recap these games, the Euro and the COPA semifinals played today. But most of the conversation is going to be about not even athletics. Because I know Sharika have a hamstring strain himself. She not pull nothing, which is good. But cramp, and her face never looked like a cramp to me because I watched the video. So we may touch a little bit of track and field. We may touch a little bit NBA deal that was signed, $76 billion over 10 years. Lord have mercy, 11 years. I know me had the wrong life. Me born too early. When I born with the athleticism I need, because enough money NBA give now them big things. Players want to get more and more money. Ordinary players that make millions and millions. Ordinary people that make millions and billions. Bless up, Shushan. Ordinary people that make millions and millions. Some me I tell you a story. Me do something wrong in life. My father never have the genes. You know, give me the genes supposed to give me. Because I love to make some of the NBA money there. You don't make $40, $50 million a year. Well, you know, some people, them think they overstated because sometimes they're not about taxes. If you like Steph Curry, say make 50 million, you can get about 24 even in California, you know. I think you can get on 25 million. You get less than 50% of the money I'm earning. But 24 million is still enough money, so you can't complain. Colombia playing well, people. Playing the ball. Now Uruguay is pressing. Right? Both teams are pressing. And Colombia looked like the better team in the early going. But each of you in the chat, appreciate you being here. Come people, put comments, man. Talk during the conversation. It's boring for nothing. I don't watch a game, but me I watch a game too. Put up in the comments, man. Me put them up. If you don't want to put up comments about Hallgrimson, I'm divorced with. If you want to put up comments about West Indies cricket and how they're inept. If you want to put up comments about the NFL game you're watching now, because people, it's an NFL game, people just kick and push and it's like a rugby. And I think rugby, because rugby man just hug up. I think rugby, this thing a rough game. Great question, Chris Smith. I think Weah fired him actually. Yeah, Weah fired him. He didn't get Weah fired him. Bless up, Tony. Good night.
Good evening.
Yeah, we're talking about a bunch of different subjects here.
Yeah, I heard you.
Water just got fired. Weah fired him. People say COPA America results. No, Weah got the red card. They lost that game. He was fired. Because they had to make the second round, given that Canada did. And the fact that Weah got that stupid red card, that's how people, small things in life. He was on the fence anyway. On the fence.
Well, you know, things are never gonna stay the same. So the natural process of elimination after tournaments takes place.
But they just rehired him, right? They just rehired him, which is interesting.
Yeah, but we kind of expect that. Yeah, politics is involved there, isn't it? But as I said, I mean, as soon as tournaments are finished, you kind of expect a flurry of movement with head coaches at international level. People are. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the last of Desai now. He's had a good innings. He's had a very good innings. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end of Gareth Southgate because, 4 tournaments, he's had a good innings.
I think he's going to leave, actually, regardless of what happens.
That's why I'm saying it, because I actually think, you know what? How much can this guy take? He's been pilloried to high heaven, despite the fact that in 3 out of 4 tournaments, he's got to the semi-final or final, and 2 finals in, for all them people that are talking about him negatively, some of them people were in tournaments with him that never got anywhere near a semi-final or a final.
Here's the thing, Tony. Here's what's funny, Tony. Those same people who like to criticize, they get all sensitive when they're pushed back on. People say, well, what have you won? Scholes? What have you won? Gerard? What have you guys won? Yeah. You guys haven't won anything. You're criticizing until you haven't won anything. And you are the golden generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think Southgate is brilliant with the media. He looks like he's brilliant with his players. I do think his game management is challenged, but I seem to find it with most coaches nowadays. I don't know. Yeah. I even find Guardiola's game management challenged sometimes. And he's supposed to be the genius. I see him playing Fernandez at right back against Vinicius Jr. Still scratch my head on that. Like that to me is nonsensical. And he's the genius, which cost him a Champions League, frankly.
Yeah.
So, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all think we know everything about everything. But I think Southgate's got to make changes better and quicker. He's reactive. At the same time, I'm sure he's thinking on the sideline, like, it's going okay. Why should I change it, right?
Yeah.
I may change it and it's spoiled. That's the normal thing, right? If I change it, it may spoil. So why aren't you changing it if I'm not losing? As soon as I go score, he changed right away. He doesn't even wait. He does like Arteta does. They're throwing a bunch of forwards.
So I'm going to have to ask you for your rundown of today's game. I know we're watching Uruguay versus Colombia here live in the basking sunlight. But I was at a concert, went to see the amazing PJ Morton.
That means you loved it.
If you don't know him, you need to know him. It was like a Sunday service. He's a Christian. It definitely gives you feelings of being in a black church. The use of the organ. But his vocals are so reminiscent of Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
His tone, his demeanor, so reminiscent of Stevie. And of course, Stevie's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah. That's a good ball over the top.
Yeah.
Uruguay trying to go in.
Good defending, though.
Very, very good defending. Very good recovery. So you're talking about today's game between England and the Dutch.
Yeah, so I've literally just seen, a few minutes of highlights. I mean, give me your sort of short précis of the game.
So I think it was England's best game of the tournament. I think the Dutch started out well. Both teams started out fairly well enough. The Dutch was putting England on some pressure. At the point the goal scored, I think it came against the runner play. Ball came over. Declan Rice miscontrolled the ball. Xavi got it off him. He slipped, and he scored a screamer from 25, 30 yards. I mean, Pickford may have been put into the goal with the ball the way he slammed it. With the power he kicked it. Feels like a kid like him and the size that he is. I think after that, the game vacillated between the two teams. England, to me, started to dominate possession for a while. And frankly, if you look throughout the entire game, England dominated possession. I don't care what the stat says. England was comfortable. They were moving the ball. After they gave up the first goal, they started having more and more possession. The Dutch were defending more and more deeper. the goal came from an interesting situation where Saka got a ball, cut inside, looking to shoot, couldn't get room to shoot, eventually shot, ball ricocheted, Kane shot, and as he shot, Humphreys put his studs up and hit him in his instep, and they gave the ref didn't call a penalty. VAR called him in, gave a penalty, and Kane scored.
Feelings on it? Did you
I called the penalty before it was called a penalty.
Okay.
I was shouting it was penalty. I'm biased for England to win, so I probably wasn't objective. I probably wasn't objective on that. But to me, you would call them into the field, so why wouldn't you call the penalty? It's a foul. It's like I kick a ball and you slam my instep after I kick it. The play was gone. Some people may say, well, the ball was gone, but you still fouled me. Yeah. It's a foul in the box, a penalty. And he took a good penalty to keep it the right way, but he scored a penalty. And after that, I thought England was a better team. The Dutch didn't get. I'm not sure they made a save after that. Actually, no, there was a header on the bar from Humphreys. There was another. We didn't do well on the set pieces. Actually, they got their heads in a few one. He saved one from Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, yeah.
Second half, Van Dijk and Walker and somebody else was there. It may have been Aki versus Van Dijk. It was one of the three. He made a good save from that one. But that was a set piece that came over. But in terms of open play, England was a better team. Not that we got a lot of chance and Dutch had to make a lot of saves, but we were much better getting to the 18 or inside the box than they were. But Kane was poor. Like, worse than the last game he played.
Wow.
There's no way Kane should have been on the field past halftime.
Wow.
You go watch highlights of that game, it was worse than the last game he played. And then...
Ooh, that was unlucky.
It got late in the game. I think it was a 78-minute they put on Watkins and Palmer for Kane
and Foden.
Halftime he changed Trippier for Shaw. And then he took off Foden and Kane. And you could see Watkins running the channel. That was the big difference. Watkins running the channel. It wasn't the first. The goal he scored was not the first time he's running the channel.
That's a good run.
Yeah, it's a good run, but there's a lot of turnovers. They don't keep the ball with these teams because you don't have time to play nice football. Yeah, that's pressure. Keep a kick out for a throw-in. We have 28 people in the chat. Thanks for joining us. As you come in, hit the like button. I'll come to some of your comments as we go through this. And so they bring on Watkins. You can see Watkins run. You can see the defense now, which was playing mainly close to their half, middle of their half. Now it's stretching.
Okay.
Right? And the goal he scored, he sprinted from the middle of their half to the corner to the left. Palmer found him, and he just turned and shot. Net. Game over.
Shame about the Saka goal that was offside.
There was I missed that one. So there was a ball played on the left-hand side to Walker. He shouldn't have been offside. And he crossed in the box, and Saka put it in the net, but it was an offside goal. So I forgot about that one too. Yeah. But Saka had he didn't have a brilliant game. He had a decent game. No England player was brilliant per se. They played. Foden had his best game. It wasn't great, but it was the best game. Bellingham was okay. So you didn't have a lot of great plays, but I think England did a good job of keeping possession. I think the Dutch struggled, frankly. Even Gakpo, people been talking about, sort of non-existent, frankly. Depay came off early, got injured. So he came off middle of the first half.
Oh, that's a good cross. Oh!
He should have scored. He should have hit the target.
He's a difficult header. He's jumping over.
Yeah, but he's jumping straight. It's not like he's not. Okay, look at this again.
There's 2 free players.
He's jumping over a player. Look at this. He's got to hit the target. Sorry.
No, that's. Yeah, he does.
Got to hit the target.
But that's a difficult.
No, I agree with you, but he got to hit the target. Yeah, we're not saying you got to score. Hit the target.
It's a small area to get it on target. So I think, you know what? The fact
if you get up that high, hit the target.
Yeah.
You don't have to score. Hit the target.
Diaz is causing them all kind of nightmares. I can see straight off.
Well, you know how he is, right?
Yeah.
He just doesn't know how to score, but he's going to run past you and pressure you. We had some ball in the box, not like the last game, but Kane is just, I'm telling you, Tony, it's amazing Kane was still on. Seriously.
Wow.
I don't realize why, I don't understand why everybody's praising Watkins, but that's why I'm not giving Southgate all the credit, because Kane shouldn't have been on the field past the 68th minute. Big up Brian Burke. Thanks for joining. Bring up Yardy. Chris Smith as usual. Thanks for joining, guys.
You haven't got that in your locker. I don't know what he was thinking.
So Chris Smith is saying that
you know when people do that shot, that 30 yard plus shot, you kind of think you've got to have that in your locker.
You know who has done that for Jamaica twice? Antonio.
Okay.
We don't see that in his locker at West Ham.
No, that's what
I'm telling you, screamer from 40 yards twice. One against the US. Keeper had no chance. He doesn't do that for West Ham. So, it's speculative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that twice at Jamaica. One against the US was ridiculous. 40 yards, keeper had no chance.
Yeah. There's people who have that. I mean, James Rodriguez could do that.
Yes, he can. He did in 2018 too.
Plenty.
Yeah, he does that. 2018 World Cup, he did that.
Yeah.
I think he had a bicycle in that tournament too, didn't he?
That's a good run.
Diaz just running through people, isn't he?
Oh.
And referees say, play on. In COPA America, they don't play foul, people.
They're not, are they?
They don't play foul. You just
tackle.
You just tackle, yeah.
By any means necessary.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Telling you. What a brilliant.
Oh.
That's a foul, They held him. He got held.
They pulled him. Yeah.
He held him.
But having got through the hold, he should have finished.
He should have hit the target, yeah. He should have given the foul, actually.
No.
And you were telling me the 5-second rule. Look at it. They controlled it. He held him.
Yeah.
How does Nunes miss target so much? I still don't understand Nunes. Is it that he just rushes when he gets it? Look at this.
Oh, my
he's off balance, actually. It's close.
No, but you still, as a striker, you should be getting that on target.
I think the thing you got to realize is this. When I get in front of the goal, hit the target.
Yeah.
Don't try to be too cute. Hit the target.
And the fact that he misses it so regularly tells you there's something.
He's trying to go for the corner. He's trying to go cute. Don't go cute. Hit the target. Because you can't score if you don't hit the target. Unless it's a ricochet. So Chris is saying Kranky is more successful than... Yes, he is actually. Browater got a raw deal from the situation with Reina. I think that sort of killed him. I'm surprised they had hired him back, given Reina and his ex and what transpired there, which was nobody's business, frankly. Long time ago in college. He won the Gold Cup with a second, by the way, with not the first team. He made Copa. He won the Nations League. He's won a lot. But the US is, you got to win everything, I guess. And they also want everybody wants a big name coach. They want big name coaches. It's 2020. They want to fire him for 2026. They want a coach to come in to have 2 years before the World Cup because US want to win the World Cup, even though it's not going to happen, but that's how they think. Everybody plays defense, Tony. You notice that? The wingers are running back. They're not caught at a position. Everybody's playing, especially with BSL's team. You have to, but I see. I'm not giving Southgate credit for the Holly Watkins goal because, he's gonna get the credit, but I think Holly Watkins should have been a long time ago.
Give him the credit, man. Let the man have his flowers.
All right, I'm giving the credit. Tony said, "Give him the credit."
You know that he's
people. If you're on the stream, what was I saying on the stream? If you're on the stream, what was I saying on the stream?
I don't know.
I came to come out of the field. Come off of the field. Come off of the field. Not talking about English. Come off of the field. You might take up space. Ball. You might turn over the ball. Southgate would almost cost England not to win that game because he came on the field.
Brian, I said I would give Southgate credit. I think the guy needs flowers. You know what?
Okay, you know what? Look, I give him credit to say, you know what? He's been England's most successful coach.
There you go.
Period.
There you go.
Period. He's been the most successful coach. Yes, he has been.
He's had to take the barrage of insults that have come his way from the English people and the press. Too easy. So he's just quietly got on with his job, done what he needs to do, and the results speak for themselves.
I don't think it's that he doesn't know what he's doing. I think he does a brilliant job with players. being their mentor, being that was like a father figure for them, cajoling them. There's a little job of picking the squad. He leaves people out of the squad. Rashford is out. Grealish is out. Sterling is out. He will make the tough decision to bring. But when in the games themselves, his game management, which Arteta suffers from, which he suffers from, which a lot of managers suffers from, to me anyway, in terms of how I think games should be managed, he's reluctant to, because if you've been there, done it for him, and you're in the game, you think you're going to do it. And you could say in the game against Slovakia, he could have pulled Bellingham. He didn't pull Bellingham. He scored. But Kane, to me, has not been doing, and he has competent people on the bench.
Yeah. Where is this stadium?
Where are they playing?
Yeah, where are they playing?
I think it was here a while ago, actually. I think I missed. Wait 1 second. I'll tell you.
It's a beautiful stadium.
I just saw it, actually, not too long ago. I saw it someplace. I'm not seeing it now.
It normally comes up in the middle.
No, I had it here someplace. When I first pulled this up, I'm going through this thing.
Boy, he rocketed that ball into him, didn't he?
Yeah. I'll look it up.
He's angry again. He's missed the target again.
He misses the targets all the time. He and the goal are not friends. He hits the bar on the upright more than any other player in football.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Which means I think he's aiming for corners too much and not. It's at the Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina.
Okay.
Charlotte. It's Charlotte. Yeah. I wonder if this is a football stadium. They built a football stadium. They have a NFL stadium. They also have a soccer stadium.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, who plays there?
Yeah.
It must be an MLS stadium. I'm thinking.
I'm wondering because normally you want to go where you can get maximum crowd, and those stadiums are normally like 40,000. Built MLS stadium to be like 80,000.
It looks too big to be an NFL stadium.
It may have been
when they put a football pitch on an NFL pitch, it gets really tight.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very fast-paced game.
No, it's the Carolina Panthers stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a football stadium.
It is, yeah. Okay. Isn't that a yellow card?
They don't really give yellow cards, Tony. The way how these two teams play, Kranky, I think Argentina go win. Yeah, I mean, I think either this team can beat Argentina, frankly.
Yeah.
Argentina will step up their game for the quality of the opponent, but I think any of this team can beat them. The way Argentina's been playing has not been good, but you never know. They seem to find ways. I always thought Núñez should be a brilliant player. He's physical, he's big, he's mobile, he's quick, he got skill, he can head the ball, he can shoot with either foot, and yet that goal seems to be small like a needle eye when he's in front of it. It's amazing. Uh-oh.
Good
That's
cross.
a good cross.
What is he doing?
Crossing it.
Oh, okay. I thought he actually took a shot.
First of all, the ball fell low. I'm not sure he's supposed to score from there.
Yeah.
So, oh, what a turn. Maino has impressed me too, Tony.
Okay.
He moves the ball to the middle really well, right? He dips his shoulder like a party does.
Doesn't he?
Huh?
He's got very good close control. What?
Good close control, and he also he dribbles the ball to the middle at times, right? Doesn't just pass it. He'll take it and go with it and commits defenders. Whoa, that's a yellow card.
Look, there's two people on the floor. That first one still hasn't even been recognized.
Yep, it's a yellow card now.
There we go.
It's a 2-foot tackle.
Okay, that could be the start of a once you start, you can't stop.
And the players are complaining that it's not a yellow card. But South Americans also fake injuries, so
yeah,
you can never know what's an injury. Let's see this.
Yeah,
It's not a good. It's not a good tackle. It's not a good tackle.
Yeah, no, it's a yellow card.
And he does that all the time. De La Cruz, he does that a lot. He does that a lot. And he still plays him. I'm surprised he survives games, actually. He's saying it's not a yellow. I don't know what do you think you're playing, De La Cruz? You think you're playing in your backyard? You can do anything you want to do?
It's his style of play. I'm guessing he plays his club football in a rough league.
He must play in Brazil. He can't be in Europe.
Yeah, can't be in Europe.
So Juras said that's a red. No, Juras. I'm surprised it's a yellow. The way they played in Copa, it's not a red. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna say J Bash from Gaming. J Bash Gaming.
Basha Gaming.
Yeah, J Basha Gaming. Now Argentina will step up their game. Trust me. South Americans didn't step up for the competition.
So now that you've seen the two semi-finalists for the Euros, what's your thoughts on the final?
It'll be a good final. I think people expect Spain to run over England. That will not happen. England is good. England players individually are very good. Mm-hmm. I was saying today, Tony. I mean, Bellingham is the best player in Spain based on this season pass, right? Saka has been brilliant in the Premier League. Foden has been best player in EPL supposedly based on Ryder's vote.
Foden's finally found.
Okay.
How's he missed?
He missed the game. How do you miss that?
Again? Oh Lord.
You see, Tony, what I say, Tony? Hit the target, Tony. Hit the target.
Unbelievable.
Hit the target.
If you miss twice, the one thing you got to do, just get one on target.
Get it on the target. Yep. Get on target.
I must get it on target.
Yep. Gotta get on target.
That's terrible.
You're trying to kick too hard. You're trying to get on target.
You know what? Take him off.
No.
He is, you know.
But here's different, Tony. He will get chances that other people don't get. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He's so big and so strong and so fast. It's hard to play him. It's hard to mark him.
And if I'm being honest, it's not much difference to Havertz. Because Havertz misses a whole host.
He does miss a whole lot.
You know.
He does.
He's clearly not. He's
not a forward. He's not a forward. He's not a center forward. He's not a center forward. He's a good footballer.
He gets himself in the great positions.
Yep.
But he just doesn't have the finishing skills.
I think it'd be a good game on Sunday. I think England will surprise people against Spain. I think you can get a Spain backline, but England would be challenged with the wingers for Spain. I don't know how they're going to play because I think Walker will be fine with Walker's always fine against brilliant wingers. I don't know how it'd be on the left side.
You know what? Do you not think he's declining?
He looks like it must have been a long season for him, right?
Yeah.
When you run as hard as he does and play that with Man City as much as he does and gets at some point your body's going to give out.
Yeah.
I still think he has his speed. You just don't see that way because he's not had a good series.
Yeah.
But I think he steps up in the big game. He steps up in the big games.
Yeah, as you said, it's been a long season for some of these players.
I mean, think about it, Tony. They started training last July. They're still playing in July, a year later. They get no breaks.
Yeah. 2 games a week.
Yeah.
Consistently.
And if you play for City, you're playing much more games too.
Yeah.
And he's not one of those people Pep rests a ton, right? He's playing him a lot nowadays. So, yeah.
Good tackle.
Yeah. You get no breaks in this game. Once a look at the ball, I might throw that. Uruguay has regrouped though. When they got rid of Cavani and Suarez, they have re-engineered their team.
They still got Suarez.
He's on the bench. He's not starting anymore. He was an automatic start at one point.
Yeah.
He's not starting anymore. So they have sort of re-engineered the team and put in some more younger players and some players who are now playing overseas. So they're in a good place. But the thing about England's defense is pretty good, by the way. I think Goey is really good. I don't think Stone is the best defender, but he's brilliant on the ball.
Ouch. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yellow card again.
That has to be.
Yeah.
I don't even see how he complains.
They don't expect to get yellow cards, Tony.
What is he complaining about? Walk away. You cannot go through a player like that. No.
That's funny. That's funny to even complain about that, actually.
This guy must be watching football from the 60s and 70s where you could get away with that.
Tony, this whole Copa America has been like that. The game against the U.S. with Uruguay, oh my God, U.S. players were all dropping like flies. Balogun came out from the first half. They're dropping like flies. It's brutal. England struggled on set pieces today, actually. They got to work on that. Netherlands are a bigger team than they are with Ake and Werger, Van Dijk. Yeah, the big forward, they had a big forward, Gakpo, but they struggled on those set pieces.
That's interesting because they've been normally pretty good on set pieces.
Well, the team is small, isn't it? Look at the team. They have no height in the team. Apart from Harry Kane, where's the height?
Well, Stones isn't small.
Yeah, but he's not like a 6'2". He's like 6 foot.
No,
Walker's about 6 foot.
6'2", I think.
He ain't look that today. He looks short to me compared to the rest of. Gakpo. If you look at the team that they had, the Netherlands had, they had about 5 players who were taller than England players. I think Dumfries, Gakpo, Ake, Van Dijk, Werger is whatever his name is, the center forward.
Weghorst.
They all were bigger than England players.
Okay.
So when Rice and we won't talk about Saka because then they had their other centre half was there. Yeah, Trippier is not that big. Rice is not that big. Billingham's a decent size. It's not like he's huge. They just look bigger to me.
Goal. What? I thought that was in the net.
Nope. People were in the 33rd minute. We are watching the game between Colombia and Uruguay.
How did he miss?
And it's tied at 0.
As the ball approached his head, I just thought he's got this.
And not only missed, he missed badly. Well, he got the player was in front of him, right? So he probably got thrown off.
Yeah, but I look like, because you look at his leap, he's way above that player in front of him.
Yeah.
And then he's got hang time. It kind of looked like Jordan against the guy from not San Antonio.
Basketball?
Remember when Jordan went across? When Jordan went up and the fella went across, it wasn't Danny Ainge. It was
I don't remember that.
What was the team Stockton and Malone played for?
Utah.
Utah Jazz. No, it wasn't Utah Jazz. It was a division final. It might have been the finals, NBA finals, but Jordan went up and a player came across and then he went up and he came back down and Jordan was still in the air. And it's just like the most
I'm trying to remember what game that is.
Yeah.
I know Dr. J did that against Cooper, but he didn't go up and go down. He dunked over him. And Jordan pushed off against Russell to score in the game 6 against Utah. To hit that shot. And he scored against Hilo for Cleveland.
What happened there?
That keeper is not good with his feet for Uruguay.
Yeah.
That's been obvious. Remember he shanked one not too long ago? Somebody's off. A player's off, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's Bentancur. He's injury prone, isn't he?
Yeah.
He had an ACL injury for Tottenham. Didn't he have an ACL?
Something.
Yeah, he had an ACL.
Stand him up. Oh, it's easy.
Bad control. Brazil, I was talking to Tony earlier about Brazil, for example, with all their named players. You can't name most of the players on this team for Colombia. You can name a few for
still,
Uruguay, but Rafinha, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Guimaraes, look all the names you get. Marquinhos,
Yeah.
you can name 9, 10 players of Brazil,
Yeah.
and they look poor.
That's right.
Yeah. So it does take effort, and these people don't care about names in South America. You got to prove it on the field. That's what England got to do against Spain. We don't care how well they play; just prove it on the field.
Good run. Good run. Help him. Help him. He's on an island on his own.
Yeah. Well, they're saying you dribble out there by yourself. You should pass the ball, not come to help you.
Yeah, I mean, you know what he's gonna do. As soon as he sets off, you now need to move into areas that he can see you, and that's what nobody did. You know who makes those runs from centre back is that Calafiori.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be seeing that. You think he'll play? He'll start?
I'm really not sure what to expect because I've looked at some of the film of how he works, and I'm not sure how Mikel intends to play him. I mean, there's speculation that he could be played at left back, he could be played at left centre back instead of as well as Gabriel, but yeah, I mean, he definitely has some attributes to his game that will be very interesting to see what they do, how they use him. That's an accident.
Mr. United, good night. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here.
So yeah, it will be very interesting. But I'm not counting my chickens. I want to see him signed before I go too far into that story.
Well, that's supposed to be pretty close, right? We've been talking about it for a while now.
You know, we was pretty close with Mudryk as well. So, you know, when these kind of situations arise, when you're mulling over how you're going to structure payments, and then lastminute.com, somebody just comes in and gazumps you.
And just paid his fee one time.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give you a quarter of your money every 4 years. We're going to give you all at once.
You know, unless you're going to do what that kid Yolo at in Holland is saying to Man United. Man United came in and just said, "Look, we'll pay the cash," but he's saying, "No, I'm going to hold out. I want Real Madrid." So you know,
there was a kid in Holland we were talking about, an 18-year-old for a while now, who's supposed to be the next coming of a Van Dijk player. I forgot the name. We're talking about him for a while, but I haven't heard anything recently. But he's not in the Dutch squad, so that may say it all.
Is he a Dutch player?
Yeah, he's Dutch. He's Dutch. He's an 18-year. I think he's 18. Goal Colombia. Goal Colombia. That's poor defending. Nobody at the back post. Just Lerma scored.
He was up like a kipper. He was.
But there's no defender at the back post
before everybody else, and he just seemed to stay up there. I looked at the shirt. You can see the bright yellow is up there, and it's like in the air.
People, you don't understand. People, look how much Colombians are in the stands. Yes. Wow, that's crazy. So there are countries that export people to the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Guatemala, Nicaragua.
Yeah, look at that whole
Honduras.
stand. Look at the stands. Oh, Lord.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's crazy.
It's crazy how much Colombians are in the stands. Wow. I didn't know the U.S. had that much Colombian here.
The whole stadium is yellow.
Yeah. Now, Uruguay is only 3 million people, so...
The goalkeeper should have got that, though, isn't he?
Goalkeeper has not been good, but I think they got to have defender at the back post. There's no defenders at the back post. They had 3 people there from Colombia. You look at the replay again, there are no defenders at the back post.
A lot of teams don't tend to do that back post defender anymore.
Yeah, but you got 3 Colombians around there. Somebody got to be around there trying to mess with them. You can't just let them have time around there. And Hamas can put the ball on a dime, as he just showed.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said expected in Miami. Yeah, you're probably right about that. But this is not Miami. This is North Carolina.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you expect Venezuelan, Brazilians, Colombians here in Miami, but this is North Carolina. It's not a far drive up. It's probably about 6-hour drive, I would think.
That's out.
But it's a lot. But to all the Colombians can't go to the game. I mean, it seems like they all the
It does look like the whole
game.
of Colombia's presence in the United States is in that round.
I see a few Uruguayan colors, but it's not a ton. And you must look at Nunes saying, Nunes, you keep missing goals. That's what happened, Nunes. You keep missing goals. Keep missing goals, costing your team. Colombia ain't really getting a chance. They had one header they missed, and they put away another header. See, they were getting headers, Tony. That's how they're getting opportunities. Colombia hasn't pressed as well as they've pressed in other games I've seen. They had pressed harder, more physical in other games. They're playing this game almost like a normal pace, frankly. Their pressing is not being as vigorous as they normally are. If you just join us, we're in the 42nd minute. Colombia just scored in a header by Lerma. And they're leading by 1-0.
So 5 shots by Colombia, 4 by Uruguay, 1 on target by Colombia, none by Uruguay.
And by the way, most of the shots were taken by Nunes, and he should have hit the target in all of them. He's missing targets from on the edge of the area in the middle of the box, not even from the side. He still doesn't hit the target. Diaz was prominent in the inception of the game. He hasn't been that prominent since the middle of the first half.
You're right.
Yeah, a tough game, Tycoon, which we expect. Hargrim's new gig. DW, come join me tomorrow. We have a lot of conversation about it.
I would have thought you'd have taken the day off tomorrow.
No. Thursday, no. Friday, I take Friday off. Take Friday and the weekend. I take a 3-day weekend.
You've had a very heavy week.
Yeah, but I'm going to be here Sunday too, actually, for the final. For both finals, actually. Yeah. But no, I'm going to be here tomorrow. I got to talk about Hargrimson, man. It's story. Get all my views. All the people going to be joining to have the conversation. Hargrimson dumped us for a new girl. A better looking girl. A girl with more money.
Are you supposed to talk about the old girlfriend after she leaves you?
Well, no, because you're hurt. You gotta go to a psychologist and psychiatrist.
So what you're doing is you're putting yourself through pain. That's trauma, my friend.
No, I'm looking for a new girl. I want to know what's wrong with the old girl. Why she dumped me, so I can not make the same mistake twice.
Oh,
good save. That's poor by Uruguay, by the way. Just walk in the box. Uruguay fell asleep. Yeah, Colombia, they're keeping their record. They haven't lost a game since February 2022.
Really? Wow.
Nope. I haven't lost in 2 years.
Keep it in. Unlucky. That was good football.
Yeah.
If they scored the assist, would have been nice.
Brian Burke said Nunes would be a good player if he had an end product. Nunes is a good player.
He is. Score. Yeah, there's no doubt there's a player there, but
hey, Tycoon. Tycoon. When you want to start me up, Tycoon. The U20 squad, I don't comment on U20 people. I don't comment on quota teams. It's a quota team. The team is a quota team. The JFF picked the team based on restricting the number of overseas players and getting to the team. So I don't comment on that team. I decided I'm not commenting on any youth team until I have a chance to do something I plan to do. Then I comment on them.
Off. He's gone. He's gone. That's going to be a red card. Somebody has to get a red card because that's a deliberate elbow.
He's saying he got touching the side, but
VAR will check that and he'll get.
So was the Colombian guy who elbowed him?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he did you something, son. You're trying to show what he did. Doesn't matter if you elbow him. That's it.
That's it. He's got to go.
You're gone, and he has a yellow already too.
You're gonna see it.
Oh, that's
See
a
it?
red card. That's a red card, straight red.
Straight red.
Then he's pretending like he got hurt. Yeah, he may have pinched you, but you can't help him.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. No way.
Nope, you can't do that. Nope. You're gone. And you're winning,
It's
and you're elbowing.
stupid. You're winning.
Yeah. Yep.
How
He's
foolish.
stupid. He's stupid. That's when you make your temper get the better of you and your anger get the better of you. You always got to be in control.
That's total stupidity. In the first half of a game that you're winning, you go and do that.
He's going to the monitor. He's gone. He's gone. He gave him a yellow. You should give him a red.
He didn't even need.
It's not a yellow. It should be a red.
Yeah.
And he's going to touch the referee now. He's going to be banned so much longer. He deserves it. You're gone.
Yeah,
you can't show anybody anything. Nobody want to see what you're showing him. You elbowed him.
Why they're arguing?
I don't know why they're arguing. You elbowed the man. And he knows it too. He gave away the game. I have no idea what you're arguing. Go away. I'll be giving up more yellow cards. So look at this. So he tackled.
Yeah.
That's a yellow card right there, Franklin.
Right there.
That was the first one. Yeah, he elbowed the man. What are you complaining about? Why are you complaining? This is amazing.
You know what? He might have got a pinch, but
who cares? You can't elbow. You can't elbow.
Even if he got a pinch, it was the wrong man.
It doesn't matter. Even if you get pinched, you can't elbow. You can't elbow. Get off the field. You messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go. You just ruined your team.
You just ruined your team. Ain't nobody
Playing
want to talk
so
to you.
well.
Get off the
Playing
field.
so well. Everybody knows it too. 45 minutes now to try and hang on, but
okay, somebody was at the far post, but he was number 2. He didn't do a good job. When you are with a forward, you have to lean into them if you can't get up, right, and push them off. It's a good header though. It's a good header by Lerman.
Yeah.
That goal Javi Simon scored today though, that was a screamer.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal.
I mean, that was a ridiculous kick. I didn't know he had it in his locker. Somebody said toward him to get red. Nah, nobody saw that pinch. Nobody saw that pinch.
Do you know the other thing about Javi Simons is notice how they play him centrally for Holland as opposed to where he normally plays for his club team. Is it Leipzig? He normally plays on the wing.
He plays in Holland nowadays, right? Isn't that PSV or something?
No, he moved. He moved
to Leipzig? Okay.
Yeah.
He was at PSV when he played against us.
Because I think, is he not owned by Paris Saint-Germain?
PSG owns him, yeah.
Yeah.
They want a lot of money for him. They bought him back they had a buyback clause, which was then very cheap. So if I was Colombia, I'd try to get Cruz in front of me.
That's great play.
Yeah.
He's a strong player. Who is that? Is that Lerma?
No, I think it's Cordoba, actually. Diaz just turning people left, right, and center and boosting up the crowd.
Just seeing Cordoba just running through the center with bullying people with his shoulders. That was nice.
Now, Mr. Dunn, we're talking about Javi Simons, who scored today against England. That's the way he's playing now. Tony says Leipzig. I know he was at PSV, but he may have moved. He played against Arsenal in the Europa League.
That's right.
He played against us when Gakpo was there. Yeah. VAR is subjective. Life is subjective.
It shouldn't be. Get it.
Oh, he missed the sitter. That's not a sitter. It's a hard kick, but
get it.
They're still pressuring him with 10 men, Tony. They're still pressuring him with 10 men.
When that ball came back to him, when Diaz got that ball, he should have hit it first time. And that's half time.
If somebody pinches you, a pinch is different. You can't punch somebody, you can't elbow them. That's football. You can pinch me all you want.
Yeah.
It's the potential impact of the blow and the severity of the blow that then indicates what the severity of the punishment.
You know what? You know, if someone pinches me, just fall down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. But no, the normal reaction in South America, they had tempered is, I'm going to give you as hard as I'm going to hit you so hard you'll never think about it again. Except he got hit so hard he won't be thinking about it because he's off the field. That's sad, actually. That's dumb, frankly. So Colombia is bossing the game in some respects, and then he does that, put him out of 10 men, and yet they're still bossing the game because I'm not sure what's wrong with Uruguay.
I'm going to go for a comfort break. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, sir. All right, everyone. We're at halftime, the game between Colombia and Uruguay. Thanks, everyone, for those of you in the chat. If you come in, hit the like button as you come in. Or if you're leaving to go watch and come back to us, hit the like button also. Thank you for being here. It's a good game. Colombia has been a better team, frankly. Uruguay has gotten chances, but Núñez has no idea where the goal is. He does what he does for Liverpool, which is he tries to be too cute, I think, and he never hits the target. Most times he doesn't. Or if he hit the target, it's the post or the upright. Yes, I agree with that on DW. It's the retaliation they see, and they saw his retaliation. And he had a yellow too. And he should have gotten a straight red. That was not a yellow. You can't headbutt someone. You can't elbow someone. You can't punch someone. Those are straight reds. I'm not sure what the ref gave him a yellow, frankly. It's a straight red. And so he missed. If they make the finals, he missed the finals, which is also unfortunate. No, it wouldn't be, because one team plays NFL football and the other team play regular football. I don't think they should play that game. Even though South American team does play in the World Club Championship, and I guess they referee the game differently. They play it differently. Yes, that's true. But no, you see that sometimes. You look at a European game. I mean, they're not trying to beat 7-8 players by Williams and by Yamal, but they take people on. So it's been a decent game so far. It wasn't the classic I expect, but it's been a decent game. It's a very physical game. A lot of running on both teams, hard tackles as we expect. But I would expect either of these teams to go through to give Argentina a run for their money, because Argentina is not being impressive. I'd also assume that a lot of players are tired at this time of the year, and it shows in the Euros. I think one of these teams will beat Argentina. That's my view. Unless they get a lot of their players sent off tonight, I think one of them will beat Argentina. I just don't think Argentina has been unimpressive. If they play like how they play against Canada, they get beaten. Messi's walking out the whole game, so they're playing with 10 players on defense. And then they look like they're tired too. The midfield has not been great. And they haven't been great. They've been lucky. They're like England in the Euros. They got the best draw ever. And they're taking advantage of it. And even against Canada last night, Canada was just poor in terms of the final third. Canada did well up until the final third, but like a lot of teams around the final third, where the defense get much more organized, and the spaces are harder to penetrate, and they run out of ideas. Messi has been out of it. Messi comes alive when he gets the ball. Otherwise, he just walks out the game. Boy, I can't drop words, Lord, boy. I can't drop. I just said Jamaican. I can't drop Tory. Can't drop words. But tomorrow, join me tomorrow between 6 and 8 people in the evening. EST, or 5 to 7 Jamaica time. Or if you're out west, it's 3 to 5 Pacific time. I'll be talking about a little bit of track and field, recap these games, but I'm going to talk about my man Hagrimson because he deserves attention. He divorced the JFF, or Jamaica, and he went and married Ireland, which is interesting. So we'll talk about what that entails and some speculation as to why he decided to leave, what were the drivers for him leaving, some of the things that I've heard, which don't know if they're true or not. Should be interesting. Yes, Bergharter, Walter, people like to call him, got fired. Yes, he didn't make it the second run of COPA, and they wanted to fire him a long time ago. I don't know why they rehired him, frankly, because the man has won Nations League. He won everything in CONCACAF. But I guess that's not the measuring stick. The measuring stick is against the big boys now, and He has some interesting friendly outcomes, which I guess the administration didn't appreciate. But I said Weah fired him because Weah was what got the red card against Panama, and that's how they lost that game. And playing with 10 men, it was downhill after that. Downhill after that. So should be interesting. Jesse Marsh, yeah, Jesse's doing well actually, really well. Jesse's been lucky. They scored 2 goals in Copa and they still made semifinal. I don't know how that works, but yeah, no, Jesse must be smiling. They didn't give him the job. But I mean, Berharter was a known commodity. He made the second round of the World Cup. He won Nations League. He won Gold Cup. He did a lot with that team. But I think they've raised the bar, right? The bar is no longer CONCACAF. I think they've dominated CONCACAF. The bar is now the rest of the world. Sir Max of the US was underachieving. I don't know about that. They think they're better than they really are. Which US players dominate? Think about it, Sir Mike. Which US players dominating overseas? You talk about Pulisic a lot. Pulisic did okay in Dortmund. He failed in England. He's now in, I'm not going to call it a Bush League, Syria, but it's not the best league in the world. So they don't have any standout. Balogun, Arsenal sold him to Monaco. He's his second year as a professional, playing at a halfway decent level. So you can't pick on anybody on the team and say this is a brilliant player, this is a top player, like you can do with the England or the France or the Belgians of the world. You can't name one US player who's a top player. Pulisic, they call Mr. America. Yeah. Reina can't get into Nottingham Forest team who's struggling to stay in the PL. Musa, decent. I mean, think about the team. Think about the team. Not like they have a ton of. They're dominating this region, which is what they should do. But they can't. The rest of the world, the England, the Spain, the France, the Belgium, the Brazil, they're not going to be able to beat those teams. No. People, you heard Apollo say that today on the stream. Me want a Spanish coach, people. Spanish me want. Ball possession. People, by the way, people, I work for my song, I work for my song. It's called ball possession. I work for my song. Want to beat me with my song. And rightly so, I deserve beating for that song there. But I come back. But I can't use contemporary rhythm because I'm a little bit too slow. If I use rhythm from my time, 90s rhythm I use. But I come back, people. I write a song called Ball Possession. I'll talk about it. I'll bring it out next week, not this week, next week. If I work on it, I need some work. I'll come back hard. I'll see if you don't like it. I need a review again. Last time it come out, it wasn't ready for prime time. In fact, it wasn't ready for day time, night time, or prime time. It wasn't ready for no time. But this one should be better. So I'll tell them about it. I'm going to do it. But we need a coach who can make sure we have ball possession. Because we need to progress the ball. It don't make no sense we play football and we kick ball like we don't know what we do. We need a Spanish coach. You're Apollo saying that today, and I didn't say that to Apollo. Apollo's the one who said that. He's like, guys gotta get a Spanish coach because they're the one dominating football. Yes. We don't want no Clarence here, Duff. No, sir. We don't want a coach who feel. We want a coach with resume, and we want a coach who is progressive. We want a coach who is modern. I have the 14 criteria now. I have them written down someplace. I'm gonna look them up. We talk about them tomorrow. That's all we need. We'll talk about them in detail tomorrow. Coaching, if no more coaching for do, or for manage JFF. Next thing you need to do, some politics and ability. Next thing, ball possession. Technical. Ball possession. Teach you how to keep the ball. I don't know who the former Ecuador coach is, but I need a Spanish coach who knows how to keep football. He said, Marcelo Gallardo. I don't want a recycle coach. I don't want an old coach. I'm a seasoned person. I don't want an old coach. I don't want a seasoned coach. I want a coach who have a lot of experience, but who also is at a good age. Been there, done that in some respects, but have great upside. And I want us to seek the coach, not have the coach seek us. Right? I'm going to talk about that to people. It's important for you to go source coaches versus people sending their resume. People are sending resume not on job. Most of them not on job. Once in a while, they may have a job, Then I like them job, but I mean, I know arguments to get him job if I him seek them or them seek him. But yeah. Come people, 46 people in I chat and 41 likes, and enough people come and go. That means a half an hour hit the like button yet. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. We don't want on Patrick Vieira. We say we want a Spanish coach people. Not come out and them recycle coach. Vieira was in the US, went to New York, then him go back up, France, then him go Crystal Palace, then him get fired again. No, so I don't want them recycle. We want people when the coach we can say, you know what? Well, we can see a style of playing and a pattern of playing now. We can see say, boy, this makes no sense. We don't want no kick and run ball. We don't want no maybe want a Spanish coach. If you look at England, with Arteta, with Emery, with Guardiola, with what's his name? Lepazegi, whatever his name is. I mess up his name. Enough of them in England. Enough of them. You see, they're not an English coach. Pure Spanish coach them have England nowadays. And you know why? You can see it or them play football at Spain. You can't get the ball off of them. When you want to tackle them and run them down, can't get the ball off them. That's what you want. When somebody need to teach them, that's what it is. Fire gunner. When you want local based players in that team, somebody to teach them how to keep the ball. That's the problem. When people are pushed for locally developed players in the team and locally based players, the under 20 and most of the local players, we're not going to expect to win with pure local players who then are coached. They mean poorly coached. We know that how it work. I'm confused with that concept. So them keep out all the foreign based players on the team. Them about 3 or 4 of them in that team. I thought Speed said them have 7 spots. Them only give out 4 of them. They might tell us they're not on visa. I don't want to get them on visa and on passport and on citizenship. I don't want pure, having a big quota, so I don't want pure local players in that team. That's a fact. It's not debatable. Sir Mike. Yeah, my head hurt me, man. What Jamaica can coach a team? They have to learn how to coach. You need to show the coach your accreditation in the classroom and on the football field. No, sir, I don't want a Jamaican coach. I tell you the truth. Unless it's somebody like Miguel Coley. Miguel Coley now have the resume to get the job. You know, get the resume for the job. No, we don't want a Jamaican coach. No, sir. We don't want a local coach. We not care the persuasion of the person. Them resume need to suggest to us that they can get the job done. They not only get us to the World Cup, they have to be tell the people nothing, you know. I'm rocking through the list of things. I'm not go to them tonight. We don't want a local coach.
I truly believe you're trying to get fire from stone.
What do you mean?
Because you're expecting somebody to come in and create a miracle.
Yes, that's what. But we need miracles. We need a miracle. Just we need a miracle. We need a miracle. Now, look, a lot of English-based players, they play possession football. They ain't play no kick and run football. So why we play kick and run football? Why we having 2 Titanic playing center forward when they can't turn? No, sir, we ain't know that. We want a coach who have strategy and style of play that makes sense to us. I know. As I'm saying before, Chris, it's all parochial, Chris. It's about locally developed players. They don't want to put no foreigners, supposedly foreigners in them team. So they won't get themselves beaten. They won't get enough beaten. Trust me, enough beaten. The last time they go in an under 20, what happened? Pure beaten. Against some like a soft team. Pure beaten. And first game against US, going to be a lesson. They have the kids who are not prepared. They want their local players to get visibility. They haven't coached them well enough. And they have people who are citizens who they don't want in their team.
So Uruguay have made a strategy change with bringing 2 new players on.
Well, Colombia's made a change too.
Yeah, they need to go to a defensive shape.
That's probably what they did, actually. If you have 11 players in modern football, you should be dominating the game. I'm sorry. Unless you're Man City. It doesn't care if they have 9 or not. They're still going to control possession. But you can't be having 11 players against an equal opponent and not be having much more dominant possession, frankly.
By a bullet.
Say it again?
That player went down like he was shot by a bullet. He took a nudge in the back, yeah, but
South Americans. That tape you said, the one you sent me to Brazil forward yesterday, where people, Tony sent me a tape, people, where someone touched a Brazilian forward in his back. I'm saying touch, and touch may be an exaggeration. The referee barely touched him, and he thought somebody shot him with a shotgun, not even a 45. He fell over and rolled over, and that he should have gotten a red card for that, Tony. Red card.
Yeah.
It was disgraceful. In fact, if he was in England, he would have been blasted, boy. It would have been ridiculous. We have started the second half. We're in the 47th minute. Semifinal Copa America. Colombia leading Uruguay by 1-0. Colombia down to 10 men. Or was it Nunez got sent off for being stupid? And you know I don't like to use those derogatory term, people, but in this case, it was justified. Being a hothead. Elbowing a player and then showing the ref that he got pinched. And Chris, you would think that, Chris, we would be encouraging these players for the under 20s, so we bring them up to the national team, right? Because I think people like Splat are not that far away, but we're not. But even now, players like Splat should be considered for the senior team, frankly. But I think we have quotas at every level. Even though they're saying there's no quota in the national team, I don't agree. I think we have quotas at every level. The quotas are much more pronounced and much more accepted for the junior teams. Uruguay now spacing the field out and started dominating possession, aren't they? I know, Chris, but he's saying I think the coach, I don't know if he denied that. Well, he said it wasn't money, but Rudolph was saying that he wasn't responsible for the under 20, so that probably wasn't true about the under 20 information, the observer. But I don't think the JFL was trying to help the coach in terms of player recruiting, at least to get passports. But I heard somebody say the other day that process is supposed to improve, even though I did reach out to somebody in the know and they were telling me nothing has changed. I don't know who to believe. I did talk to somebody, communicate somebody in the know, and they said nothing has changed in terms of that process. So even though you're hearing that all these people are coming in, the person didn't seem to confirm that. Yeah, I know, Dita, but we don't know who to believe, frankly. I got some information tonight about algorithms, which I'll talk about tomorrow, which is interesting. You don't know who to believe a lot of times, people. But the truth is there someplace. Just got to find it. We're in the 49th minute, and Uruguay is now clearly showing their one-man advantage by being more penetrative, pour across. When you have the ball like that, player, you have to take your time. You have all day to cross the ball. There's no need to rush. So, Tony, Chris is asking, do we know about Edwards from Arsenal? Edwards talked 2 years ago or a year ago about getting his passport. He dropped off the radar, didn't he? He was playing really well as a forward for the under 18 or under 21. I don't know where he dropped. I don't know what happened to him. He was injured for a while. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he totally dropped off the radar. I couldn't even tell you where he's at now.
He said he was getting his passport to play for Jamaica and then disappeared from sight. Not sure where he is. No, I think if Jamaica recruits smart, they can see they get into all the headers. Colombia getting all the headers, Tony. Nitro said Edwards is alone in League One. Yeah, I haven't heard about Edwards actually. Yeah, I know, but he had talked about his passport a while now. I think his mom wanted to play for Jamaica, but I haven't heard from him in a while, so I'm not sure what the story is. So here Travis go again. Mr. Boy, Travis, hey, Chris, and I'm careful. Travis, take that thing a person. I don't know. Travis, we just want the best players in the team, Travis. We don't care where them come from, Travis. We don't care if them local. We don't care if them from foreign, Travis. We just want the best. We just want to win, Travis. That's all we care about. That's why we talk about England. We don't stop beat Hurricane because he now play good. He never score a ton of goals for him because we don't really care. We have no preference except to win. Our only preference is to winning. I had a big argument with a friend of mine today. A really heated argument about the Jamaica team and the support by the fans of Jamaica. Because he's adamant that because the program after Simone's hasn't gone in the right direction, that's why people are apathetic in their support. And my view is that Jamaica doesn't love football that much. That's why. They go to track and field events. You go to Penn Relays in the U.S., in Pennsylvania. You go to Grand Prix New York. They go to all the track and field events. When it comes to football, they barely turn up. Every game you go to in the U.S., it's like you see Colombia now playing against Uruguay. All you see is the opposition team. You don't see any Jamaicans. And Jamaica has over 1 million people in the U.S. And they can afford to go to the games. It's not a money issue. I don't care what they say. Colombia playing well with 10 players, though. They're not playing low block football, that's for sure. That should be a yellow card, ref, but I guess you guys don't give yellow cards. He chopped him down. So Trevor saying, Kranky, there's no such thing as the best players under 20. Same thing you all see at the senior team, who have more dashboard players. We know won a game at COPA. We have never won a game at COPA, Travis, with local players or overseas players, one players. But here's the thing, Travis. The local players we send overseas, a lot of them can't get into any good teams. There's a reason for that, Travis. It's not debatable. And none of the players we get from overseas, they play for some of the better teams, Travis. That's not debatable. We got into COPA this year, Travis. That's not debatable. We beat Canada, who went to semi-final of COPA. That's not debatable. We could have beaten Ecuador if we got a penalty. We could be in that game. We played well against Mexico, and the coach made a bad change. So we're competing. We went from 63 to 53, I think. Ref is going for another yellow for James Rodriguez. These players just got to learn to control their temperament, their tempers, I guess. So, Travis, you're trying to have the narrative that local players are just competitive overseas players. They're not, Travis. It's not close. It's not close. We had 3 players in the team the other day: Lowe, Jamal Wade, Nicholson. And Nicholson had 12 touches in the game. Lowe played okay the last game. And Jamal Wade was brilliant in the goal. But all the other players deserve their place. And you bring in locally placed players. I've seen them. I've seen local players. I know all of them. And then they don't play well. I watch them in Guatemala, in New Jersey when they came up to play. They were poor. We compete with the U.S. We could have won Nations League, Travis. We beat Panama. We haven't beaten in a long time. We played well against the U.S. and scoring an own goal in the last play of the game. Come on, Travis. No, I don't do with no club and international football, Travis. Your rationale, your reasoning is not there. No, look, I would love if Jamaica want to produce 20 locally based players in the team. I don't care, so long as they're good enough. I don't care where they come from. If every player in the team is locally developed, I don't care. But the locally developed players are not being locally developed well. We need coaches. Let's talk about the players. Jamaica needs to go buy coaches, or go rent them, or train them. But the coach of Jamaica is not good enough. That's a fact. So we can argue how we want to argue. The coach is not good enough, so the players will not be good enough. It's a fact. Travis, I'm the one on this channel who's called out Antonio Travis. Go check the stats, Travis. Go check Claudine beating me and tell me I'm crazy that Dixon should play with Antonio sometime. I'm the one who's Antonio scored 1 in his last 8, Travis. You keep saying I'm biased. I'm the one Travis called out Antonio. Okay? I'm the one said Nichols scored 19 in 52 now. It was 19 in 50. I don't care about where the players come from, Travis. I call out what I see and how I see it. If Antonio is not good enough, he shouldn't play. Period. No, Tycoon. Don't say the ref should be banned. This is how the game played, Tycoon. The ref is going along with how things are done in this tournament. It's a NFL. It's a contact sport. It's not a non-contact sport. And if they were to give yellow card in every play, no player would survive the game. Trust me, by halftime. If they gave a yellow card in every play, that should be a yellow card that we think is yellow card based on EPL way of playing, they wouldn't have any players on the field. They have to call the game as they see fit because they call it the normal way. They won't have any players. No, the ref is calling the game based. It's crazy. The players are the ones creating the problem. It's not the ref. The players creating the problem. And some of them play in Europe where the game is different. They're playing based on the ref is calling the game. That's what they do. I think isn't this ref American? I thought he was American actually. I may be wrong on that. I gotta see where the ref is from. So that's a follow a while ago, actually.
The player is down.
See, here Nitro said even JPL team recruiting foreign coaches. Yes, kind of no local coaches not good enough. You gotta go train them. I have none against local coaches or local players. They gotta go train them. The game is becoming much more technical and much more complex. Football is a simple game, become more complex because people are getting more inventive. I mean, and ingenuity is now getting into the sport. It wasn't like that. So the ref is from Mexico? Okay. No, it was Dominican Republic. We draw doing Dominica in Dominica, but Dominican Republic in Jamaica. Yeah. Chris says Tina had a lot of players that would get boots up. Got 9 from Japan. I remember that time, Chris. In fact, Japan played the Jamaica regular team with some of the English-based players, and it was embarrassing. They ran them off the pitch. I think that's when we played. Didn't we play Serbia that same tournament and drew with Serbia? I think when Low played midfield, then played Japan, and it was we barely touched the ball against Japan. It was crazy. We looked lost. I think, here's what I think, people. So athletes of a certain persuasion, as we see in the UK, here's a perfect example, people. Here's an analogy to look at. So Jamaica has about, 500 plus descendants of Jamaica living in England. And they have an inordinate amount, racial-wise, of Jamaican-affiliated personnel playing in the Premier League, right? Significant number. Right? Which is the highest league in the world. So why can't we get more Jamaicans in those leagues? You know why? Because they don't get good coaching. Sorry. That's the difference.
Is it? Is that really?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Coaching is not what it needs to be. You don't develop players. If the physical attributes are similar, then the outcome should be similar.
But if the coaching in the UK is at a higher level than it is in many other, what we might call
developing countries,
second tier countries, but they're still being able to perform in a much more strategic and tactical way on the pitch, then which coaches are we blaming? Are we blaming the British coaches? Are we blaming the Jamaican coach?
What do you mean in terms of England, the academy? Because the academy will have a bunch of different people, right? We're not only British. They have systems, they have process, they have facilities, they have infrastructure, right? So when kids get exposure.
You made a statement that, the coaching is the one of the fundamental issues with getting players. Where does that stem from? Does that stem from the coaching that Jamaican diaspora players would receive when they return to Jamaica, or would that be at their local level, in their local clubs?
We're talking about local. So players, as they go through the process from junior to senior, the coaching they get, a lot of coaches in Jamaica are not accredited, right? They haven't gone through both the formal academic environment for coaching coupled with the practical environment. They've gone to the practical environment, but if I'm playing poorly, I'm coaching poorly, I'm learning from poor coaches, I'm going to have poor coaching.
Luis Diaz is a beast, man. Did you see that run?
Yeah. The game shouldn't be this close, though. Uruguay should be pressuring them more.
I think what it is that Colombia are just a stronger, hungrier team.
They're a very athletic team, by the way. Very athletic. Oh, that's a yellow card. Play on. Really? Wow.
Oh, good. Good play. Well played.
So you're going to give a yellow card now?
Oh, now he's going to give a yellow card.
No, the one before wasn't much better.
You're right. Diaz knew what he was doing as well with that one.
Yeah.
He knew the ball wasn't quite right for him, so he just put his body in the way.
Yep. No, these referees.
Wow.
From Jamaica played Ecuador, and we didn't get a penalty, which is Tony. This is how the player came in. This was the player, and he hit his hand. I don't know what you do in that situation. I just don't know what you do. And the coach, who knew he was leaving for Ireland, didn't care. He sat on the bench, didn't say a word. Me, I would get a red card. I'd have to take a red card in that situation.
Yeah. Crazy.
Hey, Travis, we're not trying to dictate Travis, but we want to do Travis. No one, we go game. No play enough game of fire, no Travis. Can't have it both ways, no Travis. You can't wipe their sport of money and say we can't contribute. In fact, Travis, we can't contribute because you know what? JFF says you have to live in Jamaica for 10 years to be involved in the football. So we can't stop watching football in the Travis. Because we have no other thing to do, Travis. I'll tell you that, Travis, right now. We have options. We can watch European football. We cannot talk about Jamaica football at all. Travis, we can't tell you that, Travis, right now, Travis. If the view is that we shouldn't have say anything, don't do nothing, then we can just leave the football alone. We cannot run the football by themselves. So they can run on the ground, Travis, because that's not don't run the football on the ground. No, run the football on the ground. So, Travis, you can't say they want to say about them thing there. Only run the football on the ground. Whether it's the JFF or the fans, only not give him Jeff Travis. Only get free ticket to go game on another game, Travis. If I got to go to game in the US, I got to spend $3,000, $4,000, $2,000. Only I get 3 tickets and now go no game, Travis. That's on the worst that way. Only not go no game. I don't want to talk about no one run football. Not run nothing. I said run team on the ground.
Here comes Suarez.
Suarez coming out.
What's interesting with this game? In the second half, Uruguay made 2 tactical changes. Despite that, in nearly 20 minutes of play now, they've not had a shot on target.
And they had a shot on target in the first 20 minutes, didn't they?
Yeah.
Nunes had about 3 shots on target. Not on target. He had 3 shots because he doesn't know where the target is. But
boy, what a strong header. Woo. And again.
Nunes can be a beast.
That's gone out.
That's brilliant by Nunes.
I thought the ball went out.
No, he's offside.
Oh, he's offside, yeah.
Yeah, he was offside.
Yeah.
I know. And people in Jamaica like Travis have that perspective, which is can't tell us what to do. Travis, I know not the only Jamaican. Travis, hey Travis, me get me citizenship. You can't tell me nothing. Me a Jamaican. Me a citizen. Me have my passport. You can't tell me nothing. Only know own the Rock. The Rock is not Jamaica, Travis. Me tell you, the Rock change. Jamaica is 6 million people and not 3 million people, Travis. Oh no, own nothing. All know I do a mess of stuff. You know, that's why we can't come back and shoot up the island, no kill off people. You want to start me up, Travis? You don't want to start me up in a Travis. I don't know run away. I don't want to keep away no nonsense. I don't know help the island. I don't kill the island, Travis. You start me up, Travis. So start me up. I don't know how to create the nonsense, Travis. Who know how to create the nonsense? Prime Minister talk about say, I can track people on social media who saying things. While yeah, about 8 people have been called up for doing things in what them do? Only 2 get charged or something, investigating what them do, finances, what the hell them do, or one of the highest murder rates in the world. And I'm gonna chat them and say, Travis, don't start me up, Travis, don't start me up. Then I mood, stars. Then I mood, no nonsense. I don't want to cost diaspora people who only do good for Jamaica, by the way. We don't do nothing bad for Jamaica. We praise Jamaica. We help build the brand. We help support the brand. We send back money. I don't want disrespect with Travis. Pure disrespect, we don't do it now. Pure disrespect. Travis, pure disrespect on the foreigner. The supposed, how are we a foreigner? So the local band plays on a foreigner and go overseas, but we are foreigner because we're not there in Jamaica. Nonsense.
Sure.
I know we can't tell you nothing, Travis, because I say you stay. But you're not the only Jamaican, Travis. I'll tell you that right now. Was that a penalty? I need to see that again.
Will they look at it? They didn't look.
I don't pick sides about PNP Labour rights. I don't care what party you're from. In fact, Jamaica is too focused on party affiliation, which now do nothing for them, by the way. All the parties do exploit the people, the poor little people, them with them nonsense, but and give them some money and flour come election time, and the people them vote for them, and then they forget them after that. Then give them the little money and
was that
flour
not a foul? The fella was running clear, and there must have been a trip.
That's not personal. No, Travis. The point I'm making, Travis, is that Travis, you guys want the foreign money, but no want the foreign people them. That's the point, Travis, I'm making. You want the foreign, you don't want nothing to do diaspora. Right? I just tell you, Travis, I'm going to go back to your comment, Travis. I'm going to find a comment, Travis. We can't tell you nothing to do at Jamaica, but you don't want the foreign. Right? Let me find your comment, Travis.
Oh, yellow card.
I'll find a comment, Travis. Make sure we can't find it. No, Travis, we have a voice and we can be also speak and be heard, Travis. You act like if people in Jamaica, the only one have a voice in Jamaica football. Because what your view is that when you can't tell us for the football, it's not your football, Travis. It's like telling somebody in America who lives in Germany, who's American, and by the way, got to pay taxes in America, that they can't talk about American politics. Your warped view doesn't make any sense to anybody. And you can't stop from talking about Jamaica football. I'm not talking about it 24/7. Because I'm Jamaican, whether you like it or not, too bad. Get over it. No, but Travis, you know the best of Jamaica football, right, Travis? We don't know it, but you know the best, Travis. No, Travis, I care about crime in Jamaica, Travis. I care about it because innocent people lose their lives a lot of times. And young people lose their lives a lot of times. So I care about it. You may not care about it, Travis, but I do. So we're on different wavelength. We have different energy. No, Travis. See, Travis? Yeah, Travis, tell me what we talk about, Travis. You saw like the American people on Fox who say shut up and dribble, Travis. Travis, please don't go there. Don't tell me what to talk about, Travis. Travis, me tell you, it's already done, Travis. If you don't want you to talk about Travis, then go on somebody else's channel, Travis. Me didn't tell you that enough time already, Travis. I saw me staying on Travis. If you don't want you to talk about certain things, then don't listen to me. Go listen to somebody else. I saw me stay, Travis. Me not beg nobody nothing. I saw me live my life in the Travis. Me tell you the truth, Travis. Me talk about what me want to talk about. Nobody now score like football game. You can't watch a football game. You can't talk about other things. I'm entertain you. I don't know why you would tell me what me to talk about.
Oh.
But then you want to talk about what you want to talk about, Travis, don't it?
Oh, they should have scored there. That was a 3-on-2.
How can you how can you have a breakaway on a team when you're done by one man? That doesn't make no sense.
I know they had a 3-on-2 there, and I don't know how they got.
Uruguay hasn't played well actually. Good ball, cross it no far post. Oh, good pass. Did he hit the ball? The upright? That must be Nunez, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's Nunez, isn't it?
Suarez.
It has to be Nunez. No, it's Suarez.
Suarez.
Wow. Suarez normally put those away.
Yeah,
it's the old Suarez. The old Suarez from that was a good build-up actually.
Yeah.
He hit the upright. He's doing a Nunez thing. It's contagious. He did hit the upright. Keeper had no chance.
I swear Luis Suarez has had that broken thumb for like about 6 years. he's had that thumb wrapped up every game for.
Yeah, I don't know how. It wasn't a bad shot actually. It looked like he picked his corner, but yeah, again, is the post the target? It's not the target, is it?
No, it's not.
Good ball. Oh, good recovery defender.
Yeah, those Colombians are strong, hard, fast. You just don't knock them off the ball easily.
That's a poor decision by them. Poor decision. No, they're strong, fat. They're athletic. They're very athletic. Yeah. Very athletic.
Especially the dark-skinned ones. Can't help but say it. Them ones there. They
are athletic. That's one thing we are athletic. Athletic, 24/7 athletic.
I sent you the clip of Jordan against.
I'm curious about who he was playing against, though. Well, who was it?
It's the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavs.
Was that against Elo?
Yeah.
Okay. I can recall that. Yeah, no, I remember Elo getting smoked by Jordan. He's a decent off guard, but he wasn't that athletic. He's a good player. Yeah. Look at that miscontrol. Really? That was Suarez. Suarez doesn't miscontrol ball. You remember Suarez playing for Liverpool again? Who's he playing against? That 40-yard pass, over the head control, one time in the net. It's a you know what to get old, isn't it? That was a good shot he took, by the way. The angle was tight. Look what Trevor's got now. Why am I telling this there? Trevor's like Trius. Love Trius, boy. We call it Jamaica Trius, you know. Love Trius. Go on Trius, Trevis. We don't Trius no more. We don't talk to you.
So Colombia's still in the game. They've still had more shots on target.
And they're down to 10 men all second half. Play the 1-2. Oh, that's a good pass. You should go wide. You should go wide left. Go wide again. Now bring the ball in the box. Nunez is in there.
Yeah, they got a lot.
That's not a terrible shot, actually. It's not a terrible shot. The Uruguay fans are just like, can't believe this. Look at their face. They look stressed. They look stressed.
They need to get something on target because
they look stressed.
He's had a good season for Real Madrid, Fede Valverde. Scored some important goals.
Oh, they're making a change and the players going off slowly. I don't know why we come on this YouTube thing. I kept telling people, we're not in the argument thing, people. We're here to have fun. Why do we have to argue? Why there's always this one person who wants to argue 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? People, let's not argue, people. Let's just have fun. We can agree to disagree. And we do it good, all right? Let's not
another player from the Prem, Yerry Mina.
Yerry Mina was at Everton for a while. Where is he now?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But another strong
physical player. Not the quickest, though.
Yeah.
Not the quickest. You can get around him. He got his reputation in the World Cup, didn't he? He didn't. He's like James Rodriguez. Didn't work out too well for him after the World Cup. But the World Cup gave him some notoriety. Ball's wide. Put the ball in the box now. Put the ball in the box. Is it Suarez?
So he's in Italy now playing for Cagliari.
Oh, okay. They have Diaz alone up top. It's tough to play against two, you know. One just have to block him and they don't want to win the ball.
That's right. But that's what you know, when you've got to have just that one outlet, you can't have any more.
Nope.
You know, look at how compact Colombia are playing right now.
Yeah, they're allowing you to play the ball wide, and then they go out real hard to pressure the ball. That's what Kyle Walker didn't do today against Javis Simmons. He stopped and tried to block the ball versus. He didn't block, he turned his back. Instead of go to the player so the player would be thrown off. I think Uruguay's out of ideas. That pass inside the goal didn't make any sense.
Get out the way, ref.
I think at some point I'm gonna stop talking about Jamaican football. It's too toxic, and just talk about track and field because there's no pushback about foreign versus local in track and field. So maybe I'll move to track and field. Hey, Lit Songs, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. I haven't seen you before, Lit Songs. Do you go by another name? Yeah, football is very toxic in Jamaica. Track and field isn't toxic. And track and field gets more views too. So you gotta be very, thoughtful about what you focus on. Maybe I'm gonna spend my time talk about the Premier League a lot and stop talking Jamaican football. Too toxic, too toxic. Thanks, Lit. Appreciate it, sir. I shouldn't say sir, 'cause I'm not sure if it's a male or female, so I'm gonna just say thanks. Get myself in trouble. So now they're scrambling. Play the ball out wide. Don't play the ball out wide. You come inside, play the ball out wide. Play the ball out wide. Play the ball out wide.
Took too long.
Yeah, play the ball out wide. Diaz gonna run at you. Playing Diaz well though. Diaz should be holding the ball up, trying to get some help.
Yeah.
Cross it one time now. Cross it one time. Suarez, you can't do that anymore. Is that Suarez?
Yep.
You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore, Suarez. You don't have the legs to do that anymore.
Great tackle. See the strength?
Yeah. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, that was pure strength.
They'd be like,
You
just came off the boat. Just came off the boat.
And you know who does that? Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
He has that.
We shouldn't sell him, should we? We should just let him run on his contract. We should give him another year just to protect their value, but we shouldn't sell him. Right. 1 year he must stay healthy if we don't overplay him.
Yeah, and you don't play him every game.
Yeah.
You make sure you limit his minutes where you can.
Hey, bless up, Clive. Thanks for being here. No, I'm not down, Clive, but I don't like toxic, Clive. I can argue as well as anybody else. I can give back as much. I don't believe in turning the other cheek. But at some point, it gets toxic and it's wasting my time. I got better things to do. So, you know what? Track and field. One of my YouTubers, a good friend of mine, I noticed he hasn't done a YouTube football video in a while. He's just doing track and field. And it's the season 2. And he's getting views like 18,000, 20,000. I'm struggling to get 1,000 subscribers. He's getting 18,000 views, 20,000 views a pop. He's doing 10-minute videos. Track and field is hot. And I'm here struggling with football. Personnel who want to cuss me out and talk about local versus foreign. And I'm like, is this worth it? It ain't worth it. Can't wait to start my other channels. I can talk about other stuff. Football people get too toxic. And they're not even going to give me that. See when they're cuss and they're not going to give him. And not going to give him. And not support the team. Too much fight, man. Not worth it. Not worth it. Then come in and they want, they not want to give you a like, I don't know, stuff, they don't want to subscribe. Yeah, let me tell you, it's a waste of time, people. If not give you a like, if not give you a subscribe, if not share it, then come and they want free content, they want good content, and then they want bad mode you too. And if you just say, no, we don't need this, too much of a struggle, right? I see Travis there cut off everybody and them.
What you doing? Play the ball out.
Hey Travis, if you not stop the cussing Travis, I'll ban you from my channel, Travis. I tell you the truth, Travis. If you not stop the cussing Travis, I'll ban you. I'll click the thing and ban you, Travis. I tell you the truth. But you know, I am not tolerating certain verbiage on this channel. You hear me say to people who I even know really well, we're not having a Travis. So if you not stop Travis, I'll ban you. I tell you the truth right now. I'll allow you if you vet this evening, but if you come back with this Travis, I'll ban you. We're not in the Travis. Tell you, I'm not desperate of views in the Travis. I want the views, but I'm not desperate. We're not in the cussing thing. We're not in the fighting thing. We're here trying to build a social platform where we all get along. We work together. We're a team, not enemies.
Pull back.
Throwing to Uruguay, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
got to be to Colombia.
But Stefan, when I argue with him too, Stefan, it take two for arguing, Stefan. It's a mistake. It take two for argue people. Yeah, but take two to argue people. So if I argue with him, argue back. I don't take two for argue people. No, done the argument, no man. You know the worst thing a woman can do to your people is not talk to you. When she not talk to you, the worst thing you want to talk to her, she not talk to you. She's just silent. The silent treatment is the worst thing, people. No, if you're not silent, nobody can cause you to be silent enough. Yeah, yes, Clive, exactly, Clive. Exactly. Am I getting enough views, Clive? Exactly. You ain't doing no football. You ain't done football in a while. I didn't ask him why, but I kind of know why. It's track and field season. When he goes on his channel, he's getting 400 or 500 people live. The other day he had 12. I run his channel. I had 600 live when I was on his channel. When I was running his channel, I had 600 live. That thing had 18,000 views the one I ran for him. Yeah. People were like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Really?" They're like, "Who are you? Where is the coach? We don't want to see you." But it was fun doing track and field. So yeah. It's less painful, people. It's less painful. We don't have all the drama, because of pure drama, people in football. Pure drama, all across the board. Pure drama.
So I'm gonna need you to give me some rundown on the 200-meter final in Paris.
Yeah. Jamaica probably won't have anybody in the final.
Nobody?
Nah. We have Hudson and who's the other person? We have two people. They're running 19 high, 20 low. You got to be doing 19.7, 19.6, 19.8 to be in that. That's Noah Knighton and Bernadette. The U.S. has 3 runners. Plus Tobago should be good. There's about 5 or 6 people, but Noah Knighton should win it easily. Not easily, but he's going to be pushed by Bernadette. I mentioned Bernadette name. I'm always mispronounce his name. But they're Americans. It's 3 Americans. Knighton is the young one who had drugs the other day in his system and says come from Oxtail. Don't ask me how. He eat ox and said the Food and Drug Administration substantiated. I'm like, yeah, of course they're going to. He's American. You think Uruguay would? The game is almost over in Uruguay. I think you guys don't realize the game is almost over. You're playing with 10 men for the longest.
And don't look like they have an extra man.
Nope.
Oh, that went off his own man. Or was it a corner? Yeah, they don't look like they've got an extra man. They don't seem to be able to work themselves into a good position.
Yeah, but Chris, at some point, Chris, we got to stop the discussion, Chris, because we know the truth, Chris. There are people on the island who value local players, and they should, and they're not objective when it comes to local players versus players anywhere else. And that's fine. That's their prerogative, right? I'm not going to argue that anymore. I think I know what good looks like. I think I have an idea what good looks like. And sometimes some of the players that people are promoting, but you hear me talk about Dixon getting an opportunity. You hear me promote Dixon, but people don't look at, if you say something that seems negative against the players, they don't look at what you say that's supportive. They just look at what you say is negative, which is not good. But it is what it is. But Travis, if you argue with everybody, Travis, there's only one theme in Travis in life. Think about that, Travis. If I'm arguing with everybody else, and I look at the mirror and say I'm right, I may be right, but most time it may not be the case, Travis. You also have to look in the waters and say, what am I saying? What am I doing? Why I'm coming across as being toxic to people? You can't just blame everybody else for it. Because I don't think people are anti-local. Yes, some people are more critical than others, but then we're not anti-Jamaican. If we're anti-local players, we're anti-Jamaican. That's the way I view it. If we're anti-local players, we're anti-Jamaican. What we are is we are pro players who we believe can give the national team the best chance to win. That's what we are. At least that's what I am anyway. I think that's most people. I think even Chris Smith, who people say is overly critical, Chris think he knows what talent look like or quality look like, and he's going to promote those players he believes should be given the opportunity to play for the national team, no matter where they come from. That's a bad pass. You can't be in the, if Uruguay lose this game, boy, I'm telling you. So Tony, now you see why Colombia hasn't lost in 2 years. Because even with 10 men, they're still doing well. Even with 10 men. So people just joining us, we've been talking about politics, we've been talking about Chris Smith, we've been talking about Travis, we've been talking about a lot of people. And some of it's not football. But we got to get on the same page, people. We got to get on the same page. No, people don't call them people. Come with a nonsense, Jamaica Avenue. Don't with them think that Jamaica Avenue. We're not Jamaica Avenue. If me ban, I don't know if say something about me, won't have no channel. No. Stop them thing them on. Nah, score. Nah, score. If not score, not on right foot. Not on right foot.
Oh my God.
Not on right foot. Not on right foot. Or maybe my right foot and I use it right. How do you miss that 18, what?
You have to put that on target.
That's the thing, Tony. Trying to go in the corner. That's the thing. Target first.
Oh my God.
How can Uruguay have only 2 men back when they're leading by? They have 1 person next. How does that work?
And then when they attack, they're still outnumbered.
Yeah.
It's not like when they attack, they suddenly have an extra man. They're not. They're still outnumbered. They're not making use of. Look.
You know what? It's Leeds. It's Bielsa's team. It's Leeds. They're always vulnerable. Bielsa's team are always vulnerable. Colombia's a good team, though. Colombia's a good team. The optimum word there's people is team. Most of Colombia players doesn't have the pedigree as the Uruguay players. They're a team. Physical, strong, quick, technical. Really good team. And they have 10 men in the box. It's like 20 men in the box. It's a poor shot.
Wow. Well,
the stadium is Colombia anyway, so
this is shocking. This is shocking.
Yeah, energy. It was easier to score than to miss. He missed the entire target. The goal's in front of him.
I mean, he should have pulled that back. He sees the player coming in. You pull that back. You leave the man on the floor, and then you pick your corner.
Yeah. You know who does that well? Ozil, boy, I'm telling you. Ozil probably beat him and the keeper. You remember that goal he scored where he beat like 4 people in the box? He thought he was going to shoot at the last. No, he's not shooting. Yeah. He beat them once, beat them twice, beat them 3 times, then tap it in the goal. He was. I called him lazy, but he was very skillful, Mr. Lazy. If you just join us, we're in the 90th minute actually. Colombia versus Uruguay. Colombia's been playing with about 10 men from late second half, and we're now game is almost over. And you would think Colombia is the one that had 11 men, frankly. Uruguay is just not playing well. They're all over the place. Uruguay with the ball. Go out wide with the ball. Colombia just covers so much space. Look at that. 7 minutes extra time. So they're trying to give Uruguay a chance to win.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I didn't see a lot of injury time to come up in 7 minutes. Colombia is a good team.
Keep moving the ball. Keep moving the ball. Keep moving the ball. That was bad. They have to be better.
Play wide. Good ball. So here's the last attack, I think, for Uruguay. You can't run by him. You can't run by him. He's too athletic for you. You can't run by him. That's very obvious. You got to pass the ball to beat him.
He will run past you. Go on. Knock it and go.
Whoa. That was brilliant. Wow.
Keep moving the ball. Keep moving the
Oh,
ball.
that's a bad turnover. He had time.
Oh.
That was Sanchez? I cannot believe that was Sanchez doing that. That's a former Spurs player. He comes to South America. He comes to the Americas looking like a Rolls Royce. Oh, bad play. Is that Suarez? That was a bad pass by Suarez. That's not Suarez.
No, that's
Man, he's
not
opening the box. He's outside, isn't he? I think he was outside. Bless up Jamaica Avenue. Thanks for being here. And everyone in the chat, I think there's 67 people. No, 57 people, 67 likes. We need more likes, people. Because people have come and gone. We need more likes. We need more likes. Get the likes up to 100. We're watching. It's the watch along. I'm here with Tony, and it's people don't give Tony the likes, man. Tony at 12 something I'm night, almost 1 o'clock at England,
What do you mean? It's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, brother.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We start at 1 o'clock. It's almost 3 o'clock. See, Tony's spending all his night not going to bed here with us. Why you pass the ball back? Why you go to the goal?
Oh,
why you play the wall pass there? Why you pass that?
Even though you still have to hit the target.
Yeah, but you're on the 12-yard line. Why are you passing it back? So you take a touch and then kick. Let me see something. Go to the goal. Put your left foot in front of the defender and go to the goal. I'm sorry. The keeper saved it, actually. The keeper touched it.
Yeah, it's a good save.
I think Uruguay going home. Colombia is just ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there a last-minute equalizer in this? Is this one of them England, we sapped it, and then lastminute.com overhead kick?
So imagine you're Slovakia. You almost knock out England. They beat you on like the last play of the game. And they're now in the finals. You probably think you could go to the finals too. I don't think it would happen, but England has been lucky, but they've been good. You can't be good for a whole tournament and just be lucky for a whole tournament. You have to be good. England has a lot of good players. They're just not playing as a team, which is what Colombia does really well. Colombia's sideline is getting antsy.
Yeah, they need to, man.
Well, the whole crowd is Colombian, isn't it?
Yeah. They need to see this home.
We're in the 94th minute of the Copa America semifinal. Argentina is already in the final. Final is at Sunday at similar time, 8 o'clock. The Euro final, my home country. No, let me try it back. One of my home countries, one of my citizens of, is not my home country, is in the final. I was picking England today, people. England has beaten. They beat the Netherlands. Oh, this will be goal now. He missed that. Wow. How you missed that? Even if he faked the shot, there's no way that. How come Uruguay is that open? It's crazy. How do you miss that? That's hard to miss. Wow. You and the keeper alone, the keeper spread out. If you fake the kick, the goal is open and you still kick and miss. Wow. It's a bad miss. And then the Uruguay player just made a horrible play. Game set. Game is not over. It's the 94th minute. Look at this. He would kick it straight at the keeper. If he picked a corner, he scores. Oh, he went to go to his right and hit his leg. Oh, he's thinking of taking a penalty. He went straight down the middle. Not a good idea. Tony, you should see that miss, Tony.
Yeah.
That miss was even worse than the previous one.
Wow.
If he dragged that, he'd walk in the goal.
To be honest,
no, I'm not Mark Golding. I'm not in politics. So Mark Golding's in politics.
I give the goalkeeper a lot of credit for that save. How did he give that a foul?
Now, if he faked the kick, Tony, he walk it in the goal, Tony. If he faked it, by the way, Tony, I forgot to mention, Foden had a ball on the line today. He placed the ball between the keeper's leg, and Dumfries saved it. Actually, took it off the line.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally on the line.
Yeah. England was better than the Netherlands. They deserve to be in the final. So would England be totally disappointed if they lost? Would it be, you know what? Or they view that Spain is just a better team, so if we lose to them, it's okay?
They will be. They will be absolute. You know, getting so far, they will be. Oh, you.
But they wouldn't kill Southgate though, would they? Because Spain is deemed to be the best team in the tournament. I mean, they would never say they lost because nobody want to lose a final, but it's not like they're playing a team which is inferior to them. Spain has been deemed to be the best team in the tournament. Spain beat Germany. Spain beat France. Spain beat everybody that they come across.
Good tackle.
The people on the sideline for Colombia are losing their minds. I'm telling you. They're losing their minds on the sideline. The keeper has gone up. I don't believe in bringing keepers up, by the way. That's a poor corner.
Terrible.
Yeah. You got to beat the first man.
How can you not get it to where the keeper is? Blow the whistle.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Give. Run it.
Keep the ball over the bar. First of all, he shouldn't have shot it. He should have run the ball in the corner, shouldn't he? Catch me. I would shoot. He should. Oh, it's over. Well, people, Bielsa has lost the game. He's used to it.
Wow.
Colombia is in the final after being down to 10 men for most of the all the second half, actually.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tears. You got a game to play, people. You didn't win the Copa America. They probably think this is their toughest game because they think they're probably better than Uruguay. By Argentina, and I think
with 10 men,
it's big time.
Like a victory. That's a huge victory. And the whole stadium is Colombian.
It's Colombian, yep.
You know, the emotion's gonna be running high. Absolutely, I can understand that. Your whole country came out to support you, and you did them proud.
But they got to put away those chances they get, though. They can't keep missing all those chances.
Remember the last time Colombia lost a major game in America? Somebody got shot.
That was '94 World Cup, with your boy who the I call him the killer. People give him other names. Wait, they have big fight now. Colombia, they're having big issues on the field. Uruguay not taking the losses. Well, look at Suarez acting up, acting stupid.
Stupidness.
Yeah. Take your loss and go home. You had 10 men.
Exactly.
Take your loss and go home. You don't deserve to win.
You don't. You're lucky you didn't get 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, Colombia should score more goals. Colombia's a better team.
Yeah.
Colombia has been good the whole tournament. They've been very good. That's why it was hard to pick a team to win this game because Colombia doesn't have the name players, Tony, but they are fit and strong and technical.
Yeah.
They're hard to play against.
Right, my friend.
All right, sir. I know it's late. What time is it now? It's almost 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. All right, sir. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you being here.
See you.
What, Sunday?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
You probably won't see me for the England game. You will see me for the final of the Copa.
All right. Awesome. So we'll link up a Copa.
All right. Nice one.
Have a good night. Thanks, Tony. All right, people. It's been a good evening. We appreciate you being here. Interesting semifinal. Uruguay has underachieved significantly as far as I'm concerned. There's no way you can play against a team with 10 men and you don't create more chances. Colombia had more chances having 10 men. Now, normally you're coming with a lot of people forward, but you should not have a man's advantage in today's football. You expect to win Copa, and you can't create more chances. I mean, and Nunez has to really look at himself in the mirror, people. I rate Nunez as a footballer, even though Demo always give me a hard time about that because he's a Liverpool fan. But at some point, Nunez has to go see a psychologist or something, or psychiatrist. You got to go see somebody. You can't keep being... He's a good footballer, people. Got good skills, physical, strong, quick. But you can't keep missing the target. Maybe you should just aim for the goalkeeper and the ball would probably go in the net. I don't know, but he's gonna get crucified And people don't want to play in his team because you can't keep getting chances and missing them. Now, granted, he's the only one getting the chances for some reason. So he's put himself into getting them, but he can't be that way. Bless Chris. Chris, appreciate you being here. Some people, it's been an interesting evening. We see Argentina winning yesterday. We see Colombia winning today. And so we have the finals are set for both the Euros and Copa America. Argentina is trying to repeat. They won the last time. Colombia is trying to stay unbeaten. They haven't been beaten since February 2022, which is a long winning streak. And it showed today how they played. They're a really good team. Got to take their chances. In the Euros, Spain playing brilliant football, very technical. You hear me say we need a Spanish coach. There's a reason for that. Because if you have the ball, the other team can't get the ball. That's the way I view it. And England, with a lot of star players, quote unquote, maybe we booted some of the stars too much, but they have good players in the finals. Didn't play well during the Euros, except for maybe they played decent against Switzerland, won on penalties, beat the Netherlands in regular time when Holly Watkins came on and scored. It was a really good game today by England, actually. And the English are beside themselves. But they have a big hurdle to climb. And I'm supporting England in the final on Sunday. I'm going to pick them to win, even though I think Spain is a better team, but I can't go against the team I want to win. Bless yourself, know yourself. Thanks for being here. Clive, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Jebasho Gaming, I can't pronounce your name. You got to give us the history of that name, Jebasho. Nobody named himself that way without some history. Stefan, 876. Ramesses, 66. DW. Trying to go to all the names here before I close down. I got Lit, who gave me a super chat. Thanks, appreciate it. Gunner's Boss was here. Thanks for being here, Gunner's Boss. You know, if you stop with trouble, Travis. I mean, if you say thanks to be Travis, you create enough rupture on Travis. And if you stop the Travis, we need to give you I'm gonna call it anger management thing, because boy, I tell you, somebody says something that right the wrong way, you're gone, my youth, gone. You gotta manage that, Travis. You have to manage that. You can't stay so Travis. Life too short. We're here to have fun, engage each other, disagree and agree, provide knowledge, gain knowledge. We're not here for the strife thing. Not even that strife thing. And the people who are Giata and Travis, this message for them too, not just for you. See? It's for everybody, including yours truly, by the way. So, Jamaica Avenue, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And people who want to leave, just hit the like button. All right? Hit the like button. I'm here tomorrow, 6 to 8. Enough talk. So, you know, Mr. not talk about Jamaica football, but me have to talk about the Anglo-Saxon thing, because I got some information today which I thought was interesting about why he left. I have my own reason also why I left. So, and then we get information, I digest it, and I say, I'm going to throw it out there still. I was going to play my song tomorrow, but ready for prime time. The last time I embarrassed myself, I embarrassed myself again. Then I come next time. I have to do my due diligence first. I have to get the critique first before me throw it out to the general public. No. No, that's not my headline, DW. I have to come up with a more creative headline. I'm not talking about why Ireland take a coach. We coach leave Ireland. Nobody not take him. Nobody, get kidnapped. Nobody not take him. Nobody not take him. Get kidnapped. Him left. There's enough reason why him left, people. And in fact, as Rudolph Speed would say, I think Rudolph always, when Lon Dawson left, he said we didn't renew his contract, which is interesting. I think Tapper, I think they let Tapper go, didn't they? Paul Hall didn't get retained because Tapper didn't read of a contract. So there's always some rationale for it. We'll see what I come up with my own rationale for Hallgrimson, but Hallgrimson not big enough. Hallgrimson discussion tomorrow is about our people. The other stuff about recap for this and recap for that, and some look at track and field thing, talking about Sharika and other things, and Kishian who create havoc on the track. People get nervous with Kishian. Kishian make people nervous. Gunners Boss, I dropped big 1999 Gunners Boss. Thanks, Gunners Boss. Appreciate it, sir. Yeah, we want to, no Gunners Boss. We don't want to Spain. We want England wins Gunners Boss. And then we ban, we have to support them. Okay, what nobody wants to say. Even though them against me people them sometimes or persuasion, but I support them against Spain. I don't know Spain, I don't support Spain. But Gunners Boss, thank you for the super chat. I'm not sure what Connor talking about. No, Colombia is just a better team. Colombia has been brilliant. They're better than Brazil. I think they're the best team in South America right now, actually. They just beat Uruguay with 10 men. Literally beat them with 10 men. They should have scored like 4 goals. Even when they're down to 10 men, they should have scored like 2 or 3 goals. By the way, people, they're fighting in the stands, people. Whoa. Big time fighting in the stands, people. Big time fighting. Big time. The Colombian. Wait. They see them full of Colombians and them run from the Uruguay and them. What on the here, sir? I'm just seeing some of the camera here, big time fighting, and the Uruguayans are throwing all sorts of stuff at the Colombians. The Colombians are the ones backing up. No, there's something, you know what, that happens. I remember one time I went to a game with some friends of mine. I don't promote physicality, people. I support physicality. But where them come from? I think it must be Guatemala and Hondurans. I give you a hard time. But say about 15 Jamaican. I'm about 50 of them. You think we ain't here? They have to back down because we not take no talk for nobody. But that was the younger days. We not didn't think no more people. We grew up. But let me say the whole stadium let them run from the Uruguay and them. I guess when you lose, you can't take losing. But in our case, we didn't lose that game. They were just being difficult. I throw some stuff down. We'll take no thing from them. We said we're not taking it. We just anyway. We're not talking about what we do. But anyway, we never support the nonsense, and we're not backing from nobody. But at the same time, we're not supporting no fighting people. You go to a sporting event to enjoy yourself. You lose, guy a yard. And let me see the Uruguay and I want to fight. You lose, guy a yard. Where you fight for? And you stadium full of Colombian. No, where you do? That make no sense. But anyway, people. No, my song never go Clive. The last song Clive, no. The first one, no, the one me have side, me like the one called Kranky Live, Kranky. That's a good one. Me play another one called I'm gonna say white name. I have to stop with Possession. But I played the other day and it was awful. And so my best friend gave me feedback, then so I played nothing. But you know what? You have a different beat feed. That beat ain't too slow. And I want contemporary beat. When you season, if you use season stuff where you're used to, you can't try for DJ. We don't call it DJ. You can't try for talk to beat where you not fully get. Me try if be more contemporary and get a broad audience. It didn't work live. So I change that. I go back to my old 90s beat. I drop it next week. You have to get some more feedback first. Because you know what? Before you put something out to the audience, you have to get it scrutinized. You have to get it criticized. You have to think everything if you get challenged. And when you get effective challenge, you can say, no, it's ready for prime time. So I come back out. I say next week, but it may not. It have to come out next week because I can't wait too long. I think it's prime for the words prime for the environment we're operating in. The Congress of Colombia, 28 games unbeaten. Yeah, it's 2 years now. They haven't lost a game in 2 years. It's brilliant. And people, their team is not full of name players, frankly. Look on Lerma. Lerma, a regular player. But Lerma there. Lerma was in England, wasn't he? I'm not sure who he's playing for now. Is he at Wolves or is he at Southampton? I don't know where he is. But I was he at Bournemouth. One of them team name there. I think it's Bournemouth, actually. They don't have a lot of star. Diaz is at Liverpool, but they don't have a lot of star players. James Rodriguez is playing in Brazil? They don't have a lot of star players who are playing at the highest level, like at Brazil, but they're the toughest team to beat. Yeah, Chris, and we need to change that. We need to have more people that support the football. Sometimes football can be toxic, you know. That's why people go track and field, because track and field have fun. And by the way, track and field have much more women in the audience. And women are toxic like men sometimes when it comes to the verbal altercation. All right. So, yeah. No, but Colombia is very physical. As Tony was saying, they're physical, they're quick, they're athletic, and they're technical. If you have all those attributes, that's what Jamaica needs, you know. Jamaica, physical, fit, not as technical as we should be. The technical part needs to be worked on. The decision-making and technical part has to be worked on by Jamaica. Across the board, no matter where Jamaicans come from. So, so people, as I said before, I'm going to close off now. I'm back tonight. Well, talk about tonight. I'm back tomorrow, 6 to 8. I'm going to recap Euros, recap Copa America, talk a little bit of track and field. I was going to talk NBA, but you know NBA most honest. I'm not talking about NBA tomorrow. Well, the $76 billion package the NBA have. I may even touch upon that. But may I spend an hour talking about the Jamaica coaching situation, walk through in detail, attributes I'm looking for, walk through Hagrimson, walk through how many years him leave, walk through how I think him leave. We'll beat it to death, people. We'll beat it to death. All right? So, thanks. I just have to drop my little song thing before I go to them. I can't just go to and drop it. So, if you haven't heard it yet, you should listen to it, people, and give me let me know no feedback. If you want to like it, you like it. If you don't want to like it, don't make it already. You spend enough time to make it. So, just make it burn your ears a little bit, people. All right? So, people, thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate you. We have 50 people on the chat. I expect to see all 50 of you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Jamaica time. Peace out. For those of you who got affected by Hurricane Beryl, and by the way, my grandmother's name was Beryl. I didn't got the thing my grandmother's name. But my family in Jamaica, and I have a few people down there, weren't affected, frankly. And they put on a nice look at hills. Everything run off in terms of the tree them dropping in the yard, but nobody get hurt. And I hope your family is all safe. And for those who may have lost loved ones, I know a few people lost their lives. My condolences to them. So people, take care, be good. Those who have lost property in Jamaica, hopefully the government and other people can help to help you rectify some of those situations. So good night, people. Take care. Bless up. Kranky life is the best to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Kranky life will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Kranky life, tell them. Kranky life, heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. From the coast to the field, we'll never lose because Kranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Kranky life, tell them. Kranky life, heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Kranky life, get to know the name because Kranky analysis is never lame. Kranky life, give me my Kranky life. I want my Kranky life. Must have my Kranky life. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Kranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Kranky life. Tell them, Kranky life. Heed them, Kranky life. Want them, Kranky life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Kranky Live. Tune into Kranky Live. Like up Kranky Live. Subscribe to Kranky Live. Kranky Live coming to you on weekdays. Kranky Live sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Kranky will always bring the heat. Kranky Live. Me say fi tell them Kranky life. Me say fi heed them Kranky life. On them Kranky life. Kranky life will be around. Kranky life is the best in town. Me say fi heed them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi heed them. Want them, heed them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them, Kranky life. Kranky life. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Kranky. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed, want, heed them.